And in this finale, on Stardate 60197.6, the U.S.S. Achilles and the U.S.S. Victoria stand at the edge of the subspace anomaly, awaiting the heroic efforts of the away team led by Commander Thralic. Their mission, to infiltrate a Borg tactical cube and rescue Counselor Myth and Lieutenant Cham. As the team ventures deeper into the poorly lit corridors of the cube, they encountered unexpected resistance. When Lieutenant Commander Ninurta approaches a Borg alcove terminal, the dormant Borg within sprung to life, launching a fierce attack on the away team. Will they overcome this unexpected obstacle and press forward in their mission? Meanwhile, time is running out as the cube prepares to scuttle itself, posing a grave threat to everyone on board, including the trapped Myth and Cham. The only hope of escape lies with the Federation scout shuttle Statius, docked aboard the cube. The fate of Counselor Myth and Lieutenant Cham hangs in the balance. Will the away team reach them in time, or will the Borg's insidious assimilation process claim their minds and bodies forever? And we very rapidly get over to a rather sticky situation, because we start, as we never do, actually, with combat.
Can't really say never if we're doing it now.
Never before now. Freaking.
There we go.
Also, 3-tech game.
Question, GM.
Yeah, y'all.
What exactly is Ninurta gonna have? I mean, what does he have to do to upload the virus we created? I mean, what's the
role?
Or plug in? I mean, is it like attaching his tricorder, attaching a pad to something, or is it like Wi-Fi? What's he having to do?
He has to connect his tricorder into the alcove computer and then upload it into the machine.
Okay.
But there's going to be an extended task attached to that.
Yeah, I figured.
But yes, this Borg in particular activated, and it kind of makes a dramatic swipe at Ven, and he goes flying through the air and collapses over here. He's non-lethally injured. He's just kind of stunned.
That worked out well.
But the turn, that's more the dramatic opening, but that isn't actually his turn. It actually goes to you guys first. As a reminder, this is something Starfleet officers would know. Since there isn't a general alarm, this drone must have been designated to try to chase the intruders out, but it's not a full security alert because you're not considered high enough threat to warrant that. If you start attacking the drone, that will put all other drones in this area on the ship on high security alert. Just as a heads up, just to give you an option. But the turn is yours.
So what's the trigger there? Is it we take a hostile action against the drone? Is it the drone goes inactive from damage?
It is.
Because I don't know if trying to pull out cables versus shooting with the phaser matters, or we need to keep wrestling him so he's still active, but
if any drone is attacked is the wording.
So I think we probably actually retreat and see if it goes back to dormancy, and then try another alcove. That's my best guess for how we try and resolve this. Because we don't want to escalate.
So if we present ourselves as if we increase how dangerous we look, but we don't attack the drone, would that trigger it? If I try to be more intimidating or more threatening to this drone, but I don't shoot him, that wouldn't activate it, right?
Right. It has to be actually attacked back. Because right now it's trying to do the go away protocol. It's trying to be threatening and scary to get the thing that the intruder in the area to leave.
Then
Yeah,
I
it
think
views you as a pest and not as a foreign invader.
then Thralic, I would suggest some course of action which makes you look like an immediate threat that needs to be neutralized so that the Borg switches from Ninurta to you. That way we can just do it here at this alcove.
I would agree.
Because we could back away, but he might still chase us. There's no guarantee he'll just like turn off and go back.
Hmm.
Well, but even if he does, then there's always the opportunity of splitting the party. He can, continue to quote unquote chase like the people with the guns, and the swords, aka the hoplites, and then
Yeah.
Ninurta can get around behind him to the alcove.
So, what I think say is, Nerda behind the hoplites, and I'll have my phaser raised but not like firing.
So you're gonna try to bait the thing to come after you.
Yeah.
Give me presence security opposed.
Right. Strategy and tactics focus.
Yep.
Right. Well, I'm going to pay for a full mit with threat here, and I'm going to roll to see how many you get. You get 5.
So I get one less.
Right, it's 4 hits.
Two hits.
All right.
You see its attention is swerving over to you.
Okay. I want to have the group back away to see if we're like backing away slowly, basically. Not being aggressive particularly, but seeing if it's going to deactivate or if it's going to pursue.
Well, we're still in combat timing, so you'll have to wait and see, unless you're taking a swift task to act again to direct somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Which actually, by that, well, it's all range band, so you're all in the same range
Yeah.
band, so you can be relatively within the same area. So, does the turn stay with the party or with the allies, or do you take a second action?
Let's see. I could direct Nerda to like break off if it's following us. Maybe. Almost like a stealth roll.
Well,
Would that
but we
be?
don't know if it's going to follow us yet or not. I think we have to let
Yeah.
it go back to him for a turn.
I think you're
Yeah,
right.
we have to see what they do first.
Yeah, so I'll end my
Oh.
turn.
Do we need Ryloff to do anything?
I mean, Ryla's not here.
I'm here.
Well,
He's there.
not here.
Oh no, but I thought he was part of the same. Is he not part of the same initiative?
I don't know.
Technically, yes, but also like not in danger at the moment, as far as I am aware.
Yeah, like he's aware that there's commotion going on back where you guys are, so he can act as an ally, but
Okay.
Screaming and much waving of 3 arms.
No, I think we're good to let pass.
okay. The Borg steps out of its alcove, And it will deploy its simulation tubes.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to try to stick you with them.
Okay.
Go for the politician.
But I'm already a mindless drone.
Full it.
Yay!
And spending to make it deadly.
Okay, your threats are like on a whole other layer or something, or is that just the lighting?
That's the
No.
lighting screen with it.
Oh.
Lighting and size. Scale, rather. Daring security opposed.
All right.
Do you want the hoplites to stay out of it?
Why would we want them to stay out of it? Oh,
Because
because
it'll
that
draw.
would trigger the lockdown. Sorry.
Well, it might draw attention to them. That's why I highlighted it. Because I knew you were trying to get it to focus on Throlic.
I'm trying to get it to focus on the non-squishies. Hoplites are non-squishies.
Okay,
They're fine
so,
to assist here.
Okay, so they give you 1 free hit.
Yep.
Actually, where they were was fine anyway. Now that I think about it.
Let's see. Trait, calm in the storm.
I wouldn't take that yet.
Okay. Trait of Hoplite Commander.
Yes.
Okay. 2 hits. Trait of Decorated Military Family.
I'd say no. Borg are a very recent enemy. You're
Okay.
probably the first Throlic to run into them.
Yeah.
Well, you and some of your family, I suppose, but you're the first generation. New Star Trek show, the first generation.
Generation. That's what they should have called Enterprise. That's a really good idea.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Is there anything I want to spend for this roll? I don't think so. Athletics focus here, since I'm mostly just trying to stay out of the way rather than retaliate.
Yep.
I'll spend the 2 momentum for a 3rd die, and then or 1 momentum for a 3rd die, and I'm buying 4 dice with combination of threat and momentum, so 1 and 2. That's not good. Okay. Determination mission directive.
Which one?
Make me pull them up.
Mission
where
directive,
are the mission
don't get
directives?
assimilated.
That's one of the
Good directive.
Starfleet bylaws.
No, I'm just trying to find where the directives are real quick. Those are they in the Discord chat?
They are under subject priority orders, priority
Okay.
1 orders.
This is a long document.
Nice. Invoking a number and a letter will be the more prudent thing.
Okay.
So I'll know what you're pointing at.
To B.
Exercise all necessary cautionary measures to prevent assimilation and safeguard the lives of your crew during rescue operation. Yep.
It's the don't get assimilated directive.
Yep.
Was that an actual directive?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good directive.
Yeah.
The admiral who wrote that felt really proud for having typed that out.
Yeah.
Well, they had a good
It was
assistant.
grinning.
It was great. Rewriting 2.
You don't think Grennan wrote that, do you?
All right. 4
And felt
hits.
very proud of himself afterwards. Yeah.
That's
Gain of
6.
momentum.
That's 6 with the 2 free.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, 6 for 2 free.
So I imagine you're just pushing it away. You're not doing damage. You're just trying to make sure you
Yeah.
can move if you still want to.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just kind of. I'm probably more pushing myself away from it than it away from me, honestly.
Yeah. Just trying to stay out of reach of the
Mostly
tubes.
just dodging.
All right.
Can I ask a question?
Certainly.
I thought, and I could be wrong, so if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. But I thought
I
we
will.
said that we were bringing Akir on this away team because we wanted the combat medic, or did we decide against that last episode?
We decided that we could pull Akir out of the security team if needed.
Okay, just wanted to double check.
Yeah, you can totally summon them because the security team's still here. So there's indiscern. The supporting character hasn't stepped out of the shadows yet.
Okay. I just wanted to double check in case someone gets grievously wounded.
Yeah.
You just get the occasional glimpse of Wing because he's a bird person. He's very hard to miss.
Yeah.
Just drives the fans crazy.
one of those
Oh, come on,
situations
Achilles in
where-
this episode. No, it's just a teaser, man. Oh, I hate it when they do that.
It's like
Well, you know,
he's in the episode, but he doesn't have lines yet.
Yeah.
well, it's a thing where like the prosthetic for the wings are really hard to work with, so like they only get it set up sometimes, which can interfere with his schedule. The whole thing.
Turn goes to the allies.
Did it follow as you kind of withdrew?
It moved to close, yeah. It moved off the alcove to get into swing range of
Okay.
and actually arguably you guys are out of reach. Technically
Yeah, I think I'm a little further back probably, but
it got shoved back a tiny bit.
it's range bands, so.
So roughly this is what the state of the board's like.
So, GM, can Ninurta see this other Borg in this other alcove?
Oh yeah,
where
they're
he's at?
glowing red. You can see them. And some of the green lights touching them as well. So if you can see it on your map, you can see them.
Okay. So it's glowing red. That's what this other Borg was doing as well?
That's more signifying that there's a lot of little lights on Borg. So unless they're completely shut off,
Right.
they can't really hide in the dark terribly well.
Starfleet general knowledge about Borg. Do I know if it's generally just one Borg that's on security duty or several in a section?
There may be one or more tactical drones, but if they're not on full alert, they probably don't have all tactical drones here. This is probably just the one that's what, because remember, you guys came in through one of the outside ports, like one
Right.
long hallway. So this is probably just a tactical drone to discourage scavengers.
Okay. Well, then I am going to. This green light is coming from the cube itself, right?
It's coming from a light source here.
Okay. So, yeah, Ninurta's going to head for that other drone cubicle.
Okay, miter to move over.
Can I move all the way there, or?
Yep.
Okay, I couldn't. No. Does the? Okay, I'm going to try and plug in and do what I need to do. Carefully, ready to react should the drone come spiky. Ready to get down on my 3 legs and spider creep away.
Are you 3 legs too?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
They're not trilaterally symmetrical exactly, but yeah, they've got 3 arms and 3 legs. Hexapeds.
I was just gonna say like a hexaped.
Yeah.
Um,
Like this adorable quadruped, yes. Sorry. One of my cats has decided to help me play.
it's failing.
He can't roll dice. He doesn't have opposable thumbs. Give him a break.
You can bat at them.
That's true. That's really true. Stop.
Also, it's online. Just smack the keyboard. It's fine.
Oh, don't give him ideas.
All right. Give me the cat. No, give me
Oh.
daring plus engineering. Let's just type the whole thing out because that's how I don't forget things. Because I'll forget how it works. Oh, I already know the difficulty. Doy. That's a Borg cube. And you're trying to do it to this thing. Daring engineering difficulty 3, work 16, magnitude 3, resistance of 2. Kind of did that backwards, but oh well.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to take my final talent, intense scrutiny. How do you spell scrutiny? T-I-N-Y. Okay. So daring engineering, 3. Take 1 threat and 2 momentum for 3 dice. And actually for 4 dice. Duh, I can't math, apparently. Don't think I have a focus to fit, unless you'll take demolition and sabotage.
Sabotage, yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool.
What was it again, by the way? Your talent?
Intense scrutiny, basically.
Yeah, I see it. I had the wrong word in my head when I was looking for it, and I was like, oh, that's what it is.
Oh wait, shit! I shouldn't have gotten that. You have to use reason or control.
You can do something else if you want, because you haven't used it yet.
No.
Or just choose not to fill it at this time.
Yeah, I think I'll just let it ride for now. If things get hard, I can put something else in there. Okay. So 4 dice. Let's roll it. There's 4 on a diff 3. I'll go ahead and re-roll the whiff just to see if I can earn some momentum since I've got bold. There we go. So 5 on 3.
Give me 7 challenge dice, please. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 minus 2 is still 5 work.
Okay. Let's go ahead. No, let's stop there. So I'm going to get another breakthrough. So.
Difficulty drops 2. The first magnitude is just making sure that the OS of your tricorder will talk to the OS of the Borg cube. Make sure there's no weird anomalies.
Right.
So it doesn't just get hung up on just an interface issue. The Borg next to you, while you're doing this, doesn't do anything. It just sits there, charging in its alcove.
Good Borg. Good Borg.
Though I will spend 2 threat. I try to tick the clock over. I do not.
Yay.
Now praise me. No, anyway. Turn goes to them. Turn goes back to you. Who's next?
Well, don't all volunteer at once.
Mhm.
Who's left? It's Celea and Ryloth?
Well, we have as many turns as we have players.
Okay.
Yeah, so because you can summon people out of this team or out of this team because I haven't dropped them yet.
I
Um,
summon thee.
Question.
Answer.
So I understand that Ven isn't here, so his injury is narrative. But do we still want to have someone treat him?
Really, the only benefit of that, there's two things you'd be worried about. That one, him being attacked while he's unconscious, unable to defend, like if someone tried to simulate him where he is, or you wanted him to get into the fight, into the
And we
fight, but
can't
into the
because
scenario.
yeah.
Well, he can. I just NPC control him, which may be good or bad for him. But at present, if the scene ends, he'll just get up off his feet and just be a little dazed, like he's not actually injured.
Okay. In that case, do we want to summon Akir and save him? It's up to the group.
I honestly think we should probably have the away team 1 start moving towards the likely location of Myth and Cham. Because like we were intending to split up already, and we don't want like the hoplite team is explicitly here to provide
Distraction.
So like we do not want them to get involved in this, any part of that team.
Okay.
So yeah.
Roger.
Yeah, so as you say, towards Myth and Cham, like we know where they are.
It's
Well,
not
you have a
exactly like we
general
can
area,
grab
at
the
least.
Borg and interrogate them.
Yes, the general area inside the cube.
That's over a kilometer, and over a cubic kilometer big.
You do know when you docked here, this is probably the closest docking point to them. So you don't have to cross the world, as it were, to get to them.
Oh,
but, yeah.
Sorry,
They're not quite that
they're
far.
somewhere in this general area of the cube.
Yeah.
Do we want
Where you want me to go?
someone? In that case, do we want someone to plug into the computer to find out where specifically they are?
Follow your heart. So you think it's a good idea, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think we minimize interaction with Borg technology as much as possible, probably.
But also, we don't know. But we also don't know where to go next. So.
I mean, that's when you just open doors and look around.
Yeah.
How did that work out like a month ago?
Yeah.
It was going really well until other people got involved, actually.
Yeah, like, manual scouting is honestly, I think, the play here, because anything else is a pretty heavy risk of triggering the collective. You know, their technology is better than our technology. We don't hack them very easily.
And you know what else is a really big risk? Spending extra time on a board cube that we don't have to spend.
Right, I'm just gonna go open this door.
All right.
Okay. Tick. You approach the door. It does not open automatically.
Lovely.
Now is the point where you attack.
Oh, cool. When you click on the door thing, if it's locked, it pops up. That's kind of neat.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Neat little feature of dynamic lighting, but what are you going to do? That didn't eat your action. That was minor, you trying to move through the door, and the door didn't open.
Okay.
I would suggest looking for a manual, because Borg also have to deal with what happens when my ship loses power.
Yeah. And it is a ship under repair, so that's a reasonable thing to potentially work. So yeah, let's go for that.
They're also we're not capable of surviving without atmosphere, but they are, so they probably have some like cube's been half destroyed but can still be like manually activated.
Yeah.
Oh, manual override. Sorry, my brain was like, "Are you geniuses literally looking for a book?" They have
No.
a manual around here. I'm like, what?
I was thinking the same thing. Like you're looking for like a Borg tech, how to
But-
open door for dummies.
I mean, the Borg aren't going to have like a general door manual. There's going to be a manual for door like 34 section C.
Each door's different.
Well, I mean, Talora's read it, so it's fine.
Laura has read it.
Insight engineering difficulty 3 to find the manual override because you don't know where that is on a Borg cube.
No, I don't. That's actually up by 1, by the way.
Oh, right. So is the
Yes.
comp because of your.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only trait I have that might be relevant, probably not in a good way, is paranoid.
Comp increase.
Maybe in a good way. No, it's not. Investigative techniques focus.
That would help.
Yeah. I'll give you a momentum 2 threat. Hey.
Just nailed it on the head.
See, I'm a competent engineer.
I believe you can open it now. If you click on it.
Yes.
If you wish to continue, you need to into the next range band. You'll need to spend for an extra miner because you ate a miner walking up to a door that wouldn't open.
I'll give you a threat for that.
Okay.
Whoops. I'm guessing that's like here.
Yep.
Does he have to do anything
No.
special to bring his team with him?
No, the team will just follow after him unless you tell them not to.
Yeah. The team will. Talora won't. That'll have to be a different thing, but
Are you guys keeping the initiative or is Ryloff swift tasking?
okay, what are those?
They're lights. It's a roll 20 thing.
Yeah,
okay.
They're what's illuminating the entire room.
I was like,
Corridor.
okay, they kind of look like that, but they could also look like they're just supposed to be little turrets, and I'm like, I hope not.
It's a great place for turrets.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have 18 thread. I could build a turret real quick. Nah, the Borg don't use
That would be
turrets. That's not a thing they do yet.
No, I wouldn't be swift tasking.
Keeping or letting it
Yeah.
go back to them?
I mean, we can technically keep for free, but
Goes back to
however
them.
people want to do that. Yeah, that's anyone? No? Yes? Okay.
Gonna see if the clock ticks over. It does not. Turn goes back to you guys. It's weird when you guys outnumber the enemy. That's not normal in these games. Well, my games anyway.
Who has turns left? I have a turn left, and anyone else?
Pend and counselor. Sorry, the politician.
Yeah, the government drone.
I'm gonna draw my phaser. And well, you don't have a character on the map. Never mind. I'll wait. I'll hold my phaser.
Okay. So I believe there was going to be a heroic rescue of the ensign.
Sure, I'll do that. We will grab Akir, pull him. Yes, him. Let's double check. We will pull him out of the security team
Hold on.
and have
Wait.
him.
Before you do that,
Yeah.
keep in mind we do not know the medical condition of Lieutenant Sham, and we know that Ensign Ven will get up at the end of the scene. He is
Okay then.
non-lethally injured.
Okay then. We are not helping Ensign Ven. Ven can figure his own crap out. Cham is staying with the security team.
Yeah, I mean, last time he didn't even bother pulling himself out from under the bridge wreckage. I mean, God.
Yeah, no, to Laura to do that.
Turn remains yours.
Okay. Does anyone have any ideas?
Maybe Talora can help Ninota?
Do you need to still get through the door? Question mark. If not, I think
No, go through the
Alora's
door.
with Rylov's team. Again, we have two teams here for a reason.
Yeah, but she can see Ninota working, so she could assist him.
Oh, and she can do that and then reasonably run off. Like they're not
Yeah.
far. They're not split up yet.
Oh yeah, use attacks to help, and then use minor to move.
Well, they need Miner to get down to help anyway, because this is a different range band than over here.
Oh.
So you have to Miner down here and then main action to help.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's not.
good thing we don't have any momentum or anything.
Yeah, but it's not like we're too far away either, so it's something we could do now. Then obviously she can catch back up with Rylov's team as.
Yeah, exactly.
So is that what you're doing, Pend? Activating the Romulan?
Sure.
So minor action moving over. And main action trying to help with the extended task roll.
Please.
Daring Engineering, difficulty 2, work 5 of 16, mag 1 of 3, resist 2.
I think it's what? Did the reading?
Although her difficulty increases by 1 because she doesn't have engineering tools. Oh wait, she doesn't need to. She needs. That's not what you're doing. Never mind. You can do it straight because you just need tricorders to do it because you already have the program.
Yeah. So I'm going to spend a momentum for did the reading. So I get to use Science.
Yep. And now you have an relevant focus. If you didn't have one already.
Would you take a determination spend?
On what?
Survival has always been about being at least one step ahead.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to give 1 threat and 1 momentum for the third die. Does the trait reliable kick in?
Not currently. Worth pointing out though. That might come up later.
Okay. So we're still diff 2?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just making sure before I roll. So I'm currently at 4 and I have a reroll, so I'll fish.
You did roll engineering there. You might not have needed to fish. Would 14 have made it
Oh,
if you were
shit,
using
yeah.
science?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have.
Yeah, so I imagine you wouldn't have rolled that. So.
No, I would have. Yeah.
Unfortunately for me. That does get you momentum. I believe that gets you, science is 5, so that'd be 7 challenge dice, I believe.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 work.
If I just spend 1 for piercing, would that get us it?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Second magnitude, 10 of 16. Difficulty drops to 1. As you rush over and help get the installation of the program into the drone alcove.
If
It
only
just
I...
needs to get past that last security check that you have to bypass. It's the only step left.
Yeah, gonna look at Ninota. If only I had extra hands, I could do this myself. Quicker.
Don't get cocky.
Are the allies keeping, or is a swift task occurring?
I'm happy to pass the 2 other people. What do you think?
No reason to keep.
All right. And I'm going to spend 2, try to advance the clock. Didn't work. Spending 2. Waking up the drone in the alcove with you. Not a tactical drone, just one of the technical drones. Looks at the 2 of you.
The Romulan's way more dangerous.
You hope.
I'm wearing an engineering jumpsuit. I don't know what you people are talking about. Me and the technical drone, man, we belong to the same union, just different.
The same union.
Excellent.
It fires up its plasma cutter and as a miner, and then tries to cut the Romulan.
Yeah.
Making it deadly, buying a full mitt.
See? Cocky.
Daring security opposed.
Would you take a focus in small weapons? I'm avoiding a small weapon.
Arguably, yeah.
You could also just did the reading it again.
But it would cost 2.
It would cost.
And it would turn into science instead of security.
Yeah, I'm just seeing what I've got first. Would you take Star Navy?
No, the Borg are very recent, but not they're not any more better at fighting Borg than the Federation are.
Reliable.
Not yet. There's a certain task I know that's going to fire for her. If she doesn't die.
Yeah, I'll did the reading, so take 2 threat.
Certainly.
Take a full mitt.
Certainly.
I do have a reroll. I will fish. We gain 4.
So he swings his plasma cutter at you, and you're able to kind of move. I presume you're not you're not punching back or anything. You're just trying to avoid being hit.
Yeah, it's essentially just like guiding the plasma torch, like say, into a wall or into fresh air.
Gotcha. Yeah, it makes a nasty burn mark into the wall next to you, but Borg stuff is made pretty solid. That would have done 5 challenge dice, piercing 3, if it hit you.
Yeah, I think I'll pass on that.
Turn goes back to the allies.
I'll try something.
Okay.
If so, this drone doesn't seem to acknowledge that I exist, right?
Not currently. It's very focused on Thralic and the hoplites.
All right, I would like to try one of them hostile mind melds.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be mind melting with the entire collective?
Let's not analyze this before I make bad decisions. Let's analyze it afterward.
It's your
A
character.
Vulcan would never calculate the odds.
In fact, this Vulcan very specifically does not like doing that kind of stuff. So
Oh my God, it's a Vulcan who's bad at math.
it's a Vulcan who rejects logic primarily altogether.
Oh, ooh.
There's no suggested skill combo, and since he's resisting, it's whatever attribute discipline you.
Daring security because you're trying to touch it. It's just trying to avoid you. It's opposed because it's probably just going to shove you away because you're not really doing anything. But it does register you're a Vulcan and you're doing that hand gesture thing. It's like that may be a neck pinch or that may be a mind meld. Either way, it doesn't want it to happen.
All right.
So yeah, daring security opposed.
Going to spend determination on phasers prevent diplomacy and reform because I want to communicate with this drone.
Okay.
So I don't want to. I don't want to harm him. Right. I want to try to establish a dialogue.
I'll take that on that basis. Yeah.
Which I have to do, right? Because I have trauma 2 Borg, which I think just cancels each other out, right?
Yeah. +2 to your difficulty and +2 to your comp range. So you're at comp 3, diff 2 out of the gate. So yeah, you basically canceled out the Borg trauma. Difficulty increase. You cancel out the difficulty increase. The comp increase is still there.
All right. Would you take linguistics since I'll have some capability to communicate with this drone regardless of what species it is or what language it thinks in?
Mm-hmm. I'll take that.
I'll spend 1 momentum.
I'll spend 1 threat.
What if I come back to?
Success? Probably. But it could be failure. We're waiting to see.
You've come back to a Winchester pulling a Winchester.
That's not true.
Good
No one's
God.
being stabbed or betrayed.
Yeah, activating the collective counts as betraying us.
Have I stabbed anyone before? I think not.
No stabbing. Punching, though. Somehow that doesn't make me feel better.
That wasn't my fault, though.
2 momentum generated, by the way. And yes, you're able to make contact with
That's
the
3 momentum generated, right?
Oh,
Oh,
right,
no,
right.
no,
Yeah,
because it requires attack difficulty of at least 1. You're right.
No. You had. Oh, yeah, you're
I-
right. 3. Yeah. So yeah,
But-
you have 3 momentum. Yeah.
But the text of what I was going to say is the text of the talent says that if it's opposed, it's all, or regardless of what it is, it's always a difficulty of at least 1.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're right. That eats one of it. You're right. So 2. You're right. So yeah, you make contact. With its
So
face.
momentum can be spent to gain information or perform deeper telepathic exchanges. So can I spend? I don't know how many momentum this would take, but I want to share with it my understanding and feelings on like freedom and nonviolence, like the deep urge for freedom and the deep conviction of nonviolence. I don't know if that's 1 or 2 or 3 or how.
I would take 2 because you're creating a complication for that particular drone. That it's now being from the collective's perspective, that drone is being invaded with divergent thought, which will distract the drone because it's not concordant with the rest of the collective, which makes it not as effective as it normally should be.
What else? What is there any information that would be useful for us at the moment that this drone might know? Oh, where?
Prisoners self-destruct.
Okay, well, hold on. One at a time. Yeah. Does this drone know where Counselor Myth is?
Yes, it's in that subject is in the Delta quadrant of this region, which is basically that way. Well, that way. Sorry. That will cost momentum, though.
Yeah. And does it know where Cham is?
For momentum, it can answer that.
Yeah.
It is in the beta quadrant that way.
And what did we need to know about the automatic shut or the blow up protocol? Self-destruct? Because we already know it's in place, right? What do we need to know about it?
The nerd wants you to activate it, you see, through the drone.
How to shut it down? Sorry, I was muted.
Okay. Does this drone know how to stop the self-destruct sequence?
For momentum, I'll answer that.
Yeah.
If the cube is able to escape the subspace anomaly around it, it will engage its warp drive and head back to the Delta Quadrant. And then it would deactivate it because now it's no longer being captured. Right now, it's at risk of being captured by hostile forces.
So the only answer to that is the only way to shut it down is the cube no longer thinks it's under attack.
Yeah, because it's a security protocol. It's gotten an order from the collective, one of the U matrices, to destroy itself. So it's just carrying that out. But if it can communicate back, hey, we don't have to blow up. Alternatively, you do see a flash of some other. It's not this drone. It's some other drone in the hive. There's something about accessing a console where there's a big diamond-shaped green thing, and it looks like that's where linguistically you get the term. You don't know the details, but manual override does come into your head. Like you're able to kind of pluck that out.
Okay.
So from the Hive's perspective, there's only one way this is solved. Well, not all Borg are exactly on board with the collective plan, as Voyager has learned. So,
And how many inhabitants of how many drones on board are originally from species who are associated with the United Federation of Planets?
for Mentum, you can ask that.
Yep.
One second, just getting the number for you. United Federation of Planets, he says. Yeah, that's about right. 54,400.
Which is a number that even if everything went perfect for us, we succeeded at everything and everything was coming up ours, it is physically impossible for us to save that many people. The Achilles could not be modified.
Something tells me you helped write the Kobayashi Maru.
Physically impossible to move them onto the Achilles, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, rescuing them and moving them onto the Achilles are not the same thing.
Is it obvious what species this drone is from?
For Momentum, I could answer.
No, because I was only interested in that answer if I could ask one more question. So then.
Hey, you can always give me a threat for extra questions. But yeah, no, it's not something that would be for free because you'd have to stare at it for a bit, and because you're seeing lots of. It's obviously not its natural skin tone. There's lots of gear and stuff on it. You'd have to stare at it for a bit or reach into its head to go, "What species are you?" No, not what number. What were you called? Species 001.
I know what I'll ask yet. The last question will be, who did it want to say goodbye to?
One second. I'll hand that momentum back to you. The name you're told is not one you'd be able to reach easily. You don't know who that is.
Okay.
You get a face and stuff, but it's like if you ever saw that person again, you might know who that is, and they say a name or you find a name, but
it's not an obviously like Federation name where I could
no.
be like, oh, I just got to look that up in the directory.
Yeah, you'd either have to look up in Memory Alpha or it's not part of the Federation.
Okay.
I will say it doesn't sound obviously Klingon or obviously Ramen or obviously Vulcan. Like it's not one of the it's not a common name that you're familiar with. But then again, there's over 100 member worlds in the Federation, so who knows?
Then that's all that's all. I don't. Do I need an extra minor to say something to someone or to pass along information?
I'll say you can say that aloud as part of the meld.
Then I'll hit my comm badge and say Ryla, Counselor Miss is in Delta. The Delta section, approximately cardinal direction from you. So I don't know, east or west. West, east,
Understood.
I guess. And Cham is south of you. Or, well, yeah, you get it.
Forward from the door you entered in to the right of the door you entered in.
And was that all these? Oh, yeah. There is a manual override on the cube. Here's what it looks like. I have no idea where it is.
Understood.
Turn
And
goes back.
then
Oh, sorry,
I
go ahead.
will release the connection.
Okay. I will say that you did not trigger a security alert. Does not fire because you did no hostile action to the. You got information, which at most annoys the Borg, but doesn't constitute a security alert
Yet.
yet. If you asked, what are the shield frequencies of this ship, that would trigger it. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to take the clock over.
Right now, you were literally just like an annoying child asking you, where does rain come from?
Whoops. Well, I took the first one anyway. Neither of them hit anyway, so don't worry about it. The clock stays right where it is.
We're at 7 or 8.
You're still at 8, yeah. I haven't moved it at all. It was 8 when we left it, and I'm like, damn it. Oh well. It's fine. Turn goes
Yeah.
back to you guys, though.
I'm fine with this situation.
Beninculum. Counselor. Sorry.
Other counselor.
Asa.
Me. Hi. Does anyone have any ideas for what I can do? Because I don't really have any ideas for what I can do.
You can pop an engineer out of the security team and go try to open one of the doors.
Okay. I will activate. You know Satal's on the ship because I believe he beams them over.
I'll note that the security team, you'd have to pull a security officer from it. The only.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Do we
security officer
have
with high
the-
engineering.
Is one of these a combat engineer?
No. Some reason the hoplites seem to have absorbed all of those.
No. Kino Tear has engineering 4.
She's a hoplite.
She doesn't have any. Oh, so she's not here?
And she's in the security
She's in
department.
the hoplite team. She's in the security department. She's also hoplite.
I will say she could, because Hoplite, she could be in the Hoplite team, or she could be someone from the security team, because she is part of the security department. Hoplite pulls from all departments.
Yeah.
Okay.
You-
In that
you
case, I'm activating Senior Chief Petty Officer Kino Tear, and there's only one door for me to open, right? The door down to the south.
There are 2 doors.
Where's the? Oh, there is a second door. I don't know how I missed that. Lieutenant, which door do you
There
want
are
me to open?
4 doors.
Heading right. Oh, straight ahead.
Sir? Yes, sir. Oh, that is not straight ahead.
From the direction we were going, yes it is.
I mean,
If you
it's
want to
going
get that
ahead, but
picky,
in
you can
kind of
leave.
a roundabout manner. Straight ahead would be into the wall. What am I rolling?
I love Kino.
Give me oh no. No, that's right. Insight engineering difficulty 3.
Insight engineering difficulty 3. All right, well, bold security person specs. Yeah,
She's
none
EOD.
of these folk. Yep. I'm rolling an 11 because I've got engineering 4 but insight 7. So we don't have anything related to engineering. So 1 momentum, 2, 3, 5 threat. We're rolling 5 dice.
Boop. That is most
Okay.
unfortunate.
All right. Okay. Termination spend on the value. It is never too late to succeed. I messed up the manual override once, but now I'm going to try to do it again because it's never too late.
I'll take that. Yeah. Like there's a half second
Alright.
where you're like, I don't think I found it. I'll try again. You know. Maybe it's this thing. Maybe it's that thing. So many wires. So many lights.
Yeah, you see her like grab a lever and start to pull on it, realize it's wrong, and then grab a different lever and then pull it.
You are able to open the door.
Almost sucked us out into space, sir, but I got it.
No comment.
You can open the door if you click on it, and there's a switch there.
Sorry. Thought I
It's
had
okay.
here we go. Oh. Here we go.
You see darkness.
So can I spend my minor to move into the next room?
To move through the door, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is all the same range band, so you didn't use a minor to get to the door. You're in pitch
Well,
black.
she takes a step in and says, I can't see anything.
Because
Aren't
Ryloth
there,
has the light.
Yeah.
Aren't there, like, we're all in Eva suits, aren't we? Or are we in,
No.
are we not?
No.
Okay. Sir, do you have a light?
Yes.
You just have to wait for him to get to you.
He's holding it at the moment.
The security team has one as well.
Security.
Okay,
teams?
well, she's going to be standing in the doorway in the darkness until
I
Ryloth
mean,
gets there.
That's a good argument. You could ask the GM to transfer the security's light to you because you were part of the security team. So
The
you could have
hoplites have the light, not the security team.
Yeah.
both of them had one.
No. I remember going through the whole routine of lighting up people who had lamps. Because security team was following Ryloff around, and he was the light source. I believe the turn goes back to me.
Yay.
And I'll spend 2 to try to advance the clock.
What do you have to roll to advance the clock?
5 or
You can't
6.
you just can't spend the dice and say it happens? Or
I
spend
could,
the
but I made the limiter
resources?
on my, I could do
Okay.
that, but I made it such that I made it requiring an effect roll because something is interfering with their ability to just scuttle their ship normally.
Understood.
The round ends. The last act was the good guys because no bad guys took a turn. That was just the GM trying to advance the clock when your turn ended. So the board get to go. Well, I'm worried about tactical alerts. You're not a tactical alert. You're just weird. I'm going to try to kill the thing that's a tactical alert.
Seems rude.
Attack Stralic with its assimilation tubes.
Incredibly rude.
Ooh. No, you rolled specifically to make it target you, so it's not going to go after the team because that's what I would do. It's like, well, I can just attack your advantage. It's like I can't because it's not you specifically succeeded at making it want to hurt you. No, deadly. Spent 2, spent 1. That buys me, and I need 3 more for full mint. 1, 2, 3. Full mint, and it's deadly.
All right.
It does have +1 difficulty because this drone seems distracted.
Cool.
Oh, wait, hold on. I have to check something. Nope, carry on.
All right. Free hit from Hoplite team, free hit from Hoplite commander. Because second time I'm doing this, I'd like to shoot for the trait Relentless.
Yeah.
All right. Calm in the Storm with that fire, since I'm in combat now. And I'm exercising restraint to not, like, fight back, just to, like, keep dodging.
One moment.
Yeah, and Otter, can you take the momentum? I need to step away.
Yeah, you can give it to me.
Somebody else has got a cat. I can hear it.
Yeah. She's leaping around because she's adamant it's food time. It's not. But she'll sit on the back of my chair and chirp.
Your cat chirps?
Yeah.
Dang.
I've got one that
You've
does
never
that.
watched like a cartoon? Happens all the time. When they get the bird.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, sometimes like they'll, hit their head really loud, and then two yellow birds chirp around them. It's a common
Right.
cat thing.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. As you know, I've never had a cat, so
I
don't
have
have
returned.
a reference point, all that stuff.
It works out unless you get a mouse too. Then they run around whacking each other with hammers.
That sounds pretty fun though.
I mean, the property damage alone.
So calm in the storm. I will say yes because now there's more than one combatant, and your teams are starting to split up. So you're kind of juggling multiple bits of information instead of just one bit
Yeah.
of information.
All right, so that's 4 hits, and I'll do a focus in athletics again here for dodging.
Yep. Sounds BS, but yep.
Yeah,
Sounds like a play Aza would do. Just really,
I'll
really
spend
overpowered.
1 momentum for a 3rd die.
Lucky roll, but unfortunately. Oh, you don't have things, do you? Because you're a stupid drone. You're a stupid drone.
Hey, now don't go insulting that drone. It's gone through a lot.
Oh, now we're being considerate of the drones. But yeah, 3 hits.
Yeah, and I think we used that momentum there, Slayer.
So
We gain back 3. How much? So 4, 8. We gain 5.
Goodness.
5 minutes generated by Team Vinculum. Banner, you're able to kind of maintain distance. Actually, I don't know. I keep moving it. You're the one that's moving. No.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of momentum folk have there.
I don't know if
Shame if
Winchester's
something
away or
happened to
not, so I figured I'd grab it.
Yeah, I
There
figured
it
it
is.
must be. Yeah, we're a total 5.
A total of 6 now.
No, because I spent that momentum. It just didn't get
Oh, fair enough.
spent.
All right. Well, that was me attacking you, for heaven's sake.
Yeah.
Turn goes back to you guys.
Shall I finish the task?
Go for it.
You don't have to.
All right. So we're at diff 1 still?
Yep.
Okay. So take a threat for the third die and bold. I'll fish. Gain 2, so 1 float. Just gonna do it in here since it's hard to see him on the table. Oh, that's right. We got 12. Make it dark there. Let the GM have to clean it up. Okay, there we go.
I can make them your problem.
I'll
Oh, 7 momentum, nice.
spend 1 to reroll 4.
Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5. That is enough. The tick down is no longer happening because of your virus.
Wait, the virus was to shut down the Borg.
Oh, I mixed it up. My bad. You're right. Oh, yeah, because the shutdown is a very particular thing, and this was you making all the grounds go away.
This pretty much puts all of the cube into a level 5 diagnostic mode, so we have X amount of time while they're doing all
Breathing
that.
room.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be attacked by any more drones, basically.
Right. Nerder will tap his comm badge. Commander Thralic, the drone should be going into diagnostic mode throughout the cube. We have approximately, how much time do we have, GM? Do I know?
You're not entirely sure. You get the fee anywhere between 2 to 5 wedges of time. At least 2. You know that much.
We have a minimum of 2 wedges of time, perhaps as much as 5.
Understood. Regroup with Team 2. We'll provide support as needed for Team 1.
There is a door directly to my south, so it might also lead to whoever was over here. Birdman.
Very good. We'll rendezvous at your coordinates then.
Understood.
Are we still in turn-based, GM?
Combat's over. The drones immediately just go back to their alcoves and shut off.
Cool. I'll have someone from the hoplite team grab Ven.
And toss them on an airlock.
Oh, just over a shoulder. And then we'll move to Nanerda. Make sure the counselor stays with me.
Oh no.
Stay with me,
I can't actually
Commissar.
select
Stay
my
with
love
me.
anymore.
Yeah. Like, I will literally be dragging her
There you
by
go.
the arm if I have to.
Thank you. Okay. We have another door here, which is unlocked. No, it is locked. Never mind.
Oh, and the combat scene ended. So any stress you had went away. Oh, hey, the clock ticked down. The one time I didn't spend for it.
Uh-huh.
And I think both teams have a door to open.
Yep.
Looks like.
Inside engineering, difficulty of 3. Reason engineering for Nerder if he wants, because he has an engineering tricorder, so he has an easier time finding things like that.
So remember, I also got a set of lockpicks.
That decreases the difficulty for you by 1.
So what was the original difficulty?
3. Goes down to
3.
2.
Okay, I will take my final focus slot as locksmith. Thank you again, Player's Guide.
Burglar, malcontent, rogue.
Yeah, locksmith, demolition and sabotage. You know what he did during the war.
He'll build buildings. He's part of Habitat for Extra Humanity.
So it was
What? You have to
control
clear the
engineering?
ground, open locks. Reason or inside engineering.
I will do reason. Take a threat for bold.
Certainly.
Or die. I'll re-roll the comp. Oh, come on, man.
One of those days.
Man, he has one of those days in his first roll every time we play. Okay, can't use that. I don't have another reroll. Yeah, I don't think there's any way beyond a determination spend I can take care of that, and I'm not willing to blow a determination on opening a lock.
If you spend a determination, I can spend 3 threat to give it back to you.
Do we want to do that, or?
I think 3 threat is fairly low cost, honestly.
Okay.
Or 3
So-
momentum.
Or 3 momentum.
Yeah, we do.
Well,
have
no,
momentum.
actually, the exo power specifically states threat.
Oh, does it? Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
So I'll spend a determination on. I can figure it out. And reroll 2.
I'll take that.
And then I'll give you 3 GM. I'm double checking that it says threat. Oh no, it does say momentum either.
Yeah,
Cool. I'll
momentum's
spend
the
the momentum
default. in
Which
that
one do you
case.
want to spend?
I'll spend the momentum since we have it.
Okay. Spoop. Spoop.
Those are so
And-
huge on this board.
I know. And we gained 1 from my roll. Oh. Looks like more Borg. Not Morkborg, but just more Borg.
More board.
Meanwhile, I imagine the other team is up to stuff.
Yes, like the store.
Who's going to try to open it?
Well, we're both have our own problems. They're what, you're rolling an 11 and I'm rolling at an increased difficulty. So,
So,
shall I do it in U.S.S or shall you do it in ISS?
what are you rolling?
12,
But with increased difficulty in comp.
but a focus.
Increased by how much?
1.
Oh, so it's literally the same. Well, I already spent my determination and I don't have milestones, so why don't
Okay.
you do it and not
Yeah.
assess?
Oh, okay. And then it's actually up a second comp because paranoid, I believe. So yay.
Yeah.
However, investigative techniques, and we'll do the. Oh well, you get 3 threat, GM.
Certainly.
I know
When
you'd
I
like that.
assist, that still eats my turn, right?
Oh, you're
It's
not in
still
combat rounds
actions.
anymore.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, in combat rounds, I usually have, if you have a free turn, I eat that turn for assisting.
Okay.
Yes, I only have. I am an engineer. Hi, Nanerda.
Tremble at your power.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
many
yeah.
momentum was that?
Is it
Gain.
to 4, so 3?
Okay.
Damn it, Captain. I'm a security officer, not an engineer.
Yeah, sure you are.
The minute you open this door, the scene's going to end. So, is there anything you want to spend that bonus momentum on?
We've got enough for an advantage.
Yeah,
so-
could we make an advantage perhaps that the way we open the store, we're able to like find a bypass on the sensor so that they don't know we've opened it. That way we have a little bit of an element of surprise.
Yeah, like a maintenance pop. Like you're not properly opening it, you're just popping it just a little bit, like they're checking something. Yep, you could do that.
Sure.
That'll cost you 2. It's an advantage. Still 1. Oh no, you're at your max. You can you can spend more. You can leave it there.
Oh wait, so we made 3 and there's 1 left then after that, right? Huh. Yeah.
No, we had 5 to start with, and then you made 3, and we just
Oh,
spent
okay.
2. So,
So
yeah, we're down.
So then you're at max. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then we'll just go down to 5 for
Okay.
scene change because.
Is this the right map? Before I move you over, yes, it is. Meanwhile,
You've opened the door to space.
Good. Let it end.
Jesus, no, my game was that bad.
That took a
God
turn.
Damn.
Yeah.
So Penn's still here. I believe the doctor is, the counselor, sorry, is still over here. The Achilles and the Victoria are kind of sitting at the edge of the system. Just if the ship could see them, they're quite far away. They're at a nice, safe distance away from it. But I imagine you're kind of sensor sweeping periodically to make sure everything's fine. Nothing changed. There's no weird shift in the weather or anything like that, because the Shackleton Expanse has weather anomalies one has to consider. So I'm going to ask for reason plus science difficulty of 4, assisted by sensor science. The Victoria will roll to assist you because you're kind of connected. They'll be helping you cover the area they're in. Question is, do we still have Pent?
He is rather hot. to
No,
get
we
rid of,
lost
so
him
I
years
imagine
ago.
so.
The madness is taking control.
The accident was years ago.
Well, crew of the Achilles in general, then.
Okay. Can we activate a science support character to do this?
You could. I believe Rymek's still aboard.
All right.
And
Rymek it
Chief
is.
Specialist, whatever their name is. So Ensign Rymek, you're activating?
Yep. I mean, are they really that special if we don't remember their name?
Especially when Chief is spelled wrong.
Reason, science, sensor operations focus.
Yep.
Okay, I don't think any of my talents are going to help here. I don't know how this guy doesn't. Oh, he does have bold science. All right, so take. Do you have any momentum? With 5 momentum. All right, 1 threat, 2 momentum. There we go. I rolled decent for once.
Plus the Achilles.
Sensor science?
Yep.
All right, okay. That is a hit.
Victoria adds 2 more.
And then here's the Achilles.
Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you generate 4 momentum.
Okay.
So, sensors indicate that you are able to see through all the debris and everything, the Stadius, and you can faintly see the life signs of the away team seem to be stable. You see there's a lot less movement on the cube. Actually, almost none. Victoria agrees with that assessment. And you notice it's through the clouds of the Shackleton Expanse and the whirling eddies. There's a starcraft on approach to the debris field, an unidentified space frame.
Oh, okay.
It's up here.
Sir, there's an unidentified space frame on pursuit, or on pursuit into the field. I conducting a scan now.
Oh, and I'll actually grab all because the person with the momentum
back.
just stepped away.
Hello.
Hi.
3 plus
We
4
cut up
more.
to the bridge of the Achilles. Ensign Rymek at Sensors has just discovered an undiscovered ship entering the scene.
That cat out.
Can we hail the vessel?
Anything with this float, by the way? Whoops.
Yeah, can we make it so that we have an easier time scanning in the future because we've gotten base level readings of the area?
That'll cost you 1 float and 1 of the 6. Because it'd be an
That's
advantage.
fine by me.
Okay. And you want to try to hail the ship?
If possible.
Captain Northern.
Well, one moment. Boop, boop.
Quite time.
Channel open. There's nothing really should interfere with the connection.
Unidentified vessel, please identify. We are currently in an operation with a Borg cube and are asking for none to approach.
Give me presence command difficulty of 1. Assisted by communications command.
Diplomacy as a
That's okay.
focus.
I'll take it.
Commanding presence.
I'll take it.
Take a threat.
One threat eye. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe you're on 0, 6. So lots of float. You note that there's a slight delay in their response. They do give an acknowledgement ping initially to note that they've heard you, and then a standby ping back.
Are they still continuing on?
They've slowed down. They're at maneuver speed, but they're kind of staying in that range band. Like they're still moving around, but they definitely haven't come to a full stop.
Can I
If there's
spend?
any time for deliberation, it's when you're with the Borg.
Yeah, could I spend 2 to loot the Victoria in?
Certainly.
GM, while we're waiting on a response, can I try to scan them to determine what class of vessel they are?
You could, but this bonus momentum has to be dealt with first, because that's a new roll.
Okay. Up to you, Pence.
The only other advantage I could think of is if they understand what we've just said. Can we? Does the communication help identify who they are?
I'd hand the momentum back. You don't know if they understood you or not. They may have just simply heard the message and acknowledged that, yes, you did talk to us on a subspace channel. So either they know and they're not telling you, or they don't know and they're just acknowledging you exist. Nothing identifying as part of the message. It's literally just a ping. One ping only. No one? Anyone? Okay.
I say we just let the momentum go then. I don't have any ideas.
What's
I'm
that?
a Russian submarine commander, and it's fantastic.
I said apart from maybe communication with them in the future is easier because we've recognized ping, but
There was you're at difficulty 0 to hail them. They, as long as they're in open space, more or less, they can be. You can. It seems they can hear you fine. They seem to have a subspace transceiver, or something that can receive subspace transmissions. Either way.
yeah, I'm just gonna let it go then.
While you're waiting, Rymek wants to scan and figure out what kind of ship they are. Reason con difficulty of 2, because this is not a standard frame you've seen before. Computers plus con to see if the ship computer can identify what type of ship you're looking at.
Where did my Rhinebeck thing go? Where is it? Can that advantage I created that it's easier to scan this area come into play, that we get a cleaner reading?
Sure, you have a nice crisp image, so it's easier for the computer to help you with it.
Okay, reason con. This is 13. That's not terrible. Can I spin you on sensor operations?
I wouldn't say so. I'd need something like computers or research or something like that.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't have a focus. We'll just say 3 momentum for 4 days. There we go. That put us, and we'll spend 2 to quash that con.
Difficulty is 1, so you gain 4 back anyway. So that would be a StarCraft, warp capable. He says, telling you the things that it would have to be to get here. Well, that's not true. Maybe it's a solar sailor. Who knows? Well, I do.
Well, I mean, we would see the solar sail. Those aren't exactly
Yeah.
neat.
What's that big golden thing next to it? Oh. This is a ship I don't normally play around with. Yep. Oop, oop. Oh, scroll down, you silly thing. Come on. There you go. This equates to a scale 3 science vessel of some kind, of an unidentified alien polity.
Can I do I get a free science officer question or no?
No, only the main characters get that, so they can look
Okay.
extra smart.
Can I spend a momentum to make a guess about like engineering, well, like not engineering, but like design principles? Like this resembles a Romulan, or like any sort of guess as to who kind of might have made this, or even just like this resembles Southern
Oh.
Beta Quadrant designs or anything?
I'd hand the momentum back. The computer doesn't know. This is a new contact. This is a first
Okay.
contact.
Okay, so then can I ask, this doesn't resemble anything in the Achilles database?
Nope. That you can know for free. I don't charge. I won't charge for that.
Okay, then can I ask, can I get a rough estimate on, I know it's a science vessel, but can I ask for what do I estimate are its weapons and engine complement? Like how strong is this thing?
Certainly. One moment. That will take a moment. Why am I saying that? I'm the one who has it right now. For the record, it costs 1. Nope, this one. Just getting it all together here. Because part of it was I wasn't sure if you were going to see the darn thing.
No problemo.
It's the Zinti.
You would know what those are.
And I feel like even if you're trying, you can't exactly build a ship design that doesn't look like anything for the same reason that like you can't paint a picture that doesn't look like anything.
Meanwhile, Vasily Kandinsky says, "Challenge accepted."
I'm going to be firing you some information. Whoops, that's not correct. There we go.
Yeah. I'm right, sir. I'm running an analysis on the ship's design. Oh no, hold on. I have bad data. I'm correcting it now.
Oh, then that's not the weapon it has. It has a different weapon. That's more for me. I'm using the ship generator to help me build this thing really quickly. I keep forgetting you guys are really good at seeing things, even though you're not a sensor boat.
Pathfinder ship.
Yeah.
Sir, Rymex says. I've completed my analysis on the ship. It's a scale 3 science vessel. It has almost no armaments. However, it appears to be very sturdy with a strong computer core, strong sensors, and fast engines.
Can it outrun us?
My best guess is that they're some kind of civilian merchant ship. GM, momentum spends. Is this ship faster than the Achilles?
No.
I don't think so, sir.
Does it have any identifying markers, whether it's civilian or otherwise, that could give us any clue?
Momentum gets handed back.
It's of a completely alien design, sir. Nothing on the ship returns hits in our database.
Computer registers language as an untranslated language. It doesn't know what that is. Like, there's markings on it, but it means nothing to you.
Okay, is it possible for us to run a translation program?
There's a check for that, actually. I'll get you check. Oh, go ahead.
I actually have a focus in languages, funnily enough.
Hey. I'll tell you what its weapons are first before I go there, because I know they don't have phasers. They have Tetrion beams now.
I don't even remember what those are.
Don't worry about it.
Very few people do.
I can do it this way. Boop. Nope, wrong one. Verifying that I did not send you bad information. I will note it doesn't have any it has no torpedo or torpedo-like system. Like there's no tubes for it to fire them, which also means it can't fire probes in the way you guys do. No. Cut that out. There we go.
We're in the 24th century, right? Or the 23rd?
Brain malfunction does not compute. 1 second.
24th, because it's 2300s.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jinx. Sir, they have some kind of extremely ancient weapon, an electromagnet or some kind of charged ion. Whatever it is, I haven't seen it used in, well, the Federation hasn't seen it used in nearly 200 years.
So they may be a fresh FTL civilization and
A
come across the board.
reasonable deduction.
Achilles to Victoria.
Victoria here, go ahead.
Any information you have on this species?
Yes, in fact. 1 second. Admiral needs to pull from his files. Stand by.
Rymex seems very surprised, considering there were no hits in his database, and you didn't think that the Achilles wouldn't be privy to stuff like this.
Just pulling up information here. Is that correct? Hold on. Oh, wrong word. That would have given you an alarm. Admiral Trailblazer here. Database has them as the Coalition of Crimson Hunters. They are a recent FTL species that the Alcarans encountered. I'm quite surprised they're this close to Federation space. I'm guessing it must be some sort of forward observation craft or science vessel, scouting out for areas that are easy for them to conquer, or they're scavenging.
It seems a likely conclusion to me that they detected signals from the Borg and, not knowing what they were, decided to follow them here. They are children who have gotten access to their father's gun and don't realize what they're playing with.
Be careful of these children. Their hull plating is actually very hard for our sensors, for Federation sensors to detect. I'm surprised we saw them at all.
Yeah,
And their
and
sensors are
a
quite
knight in a suit
sensitive.
of armor would be very hard to beat with a phaser, or would be very hard to pierce. That does not mean a phaser wouldn't melt it.
I wouldn't recommend phasering them, Achilles.
Well, do you have any translation programs for them?
For 2 momentum, he can. He needs
Sure.
to talk to his government to get it unlocked. But it's mission critical. It's mission relevant, so he has authorization to do it. He just needs to bother talking to his home base about it. 2 momentum.
Please.
He fires you a translation database.
Thank you for that. Depending on how this goes, we may need to intervene, but just be on standby, please.
Acknowledged.
Okay, let's get that installed and reach out to him again.
Channel's still open.
Is the translation updated?
Aye, sir. It measures with the L cards just fine.
Coalition of Crimson Hunters, do you read?
On screen, you see a massive room looking down at a almost whale-sized creature, which seems to have armored plates all across its visible area. And it's this crimson color. But there's little accents of like darker reds, like dried blood, but it looks like that's decorative. It's not actually like actual blood, perhaps. You hear what sounds like growling and roaring noises coming from it, and then the translator event has a slight delay as it picks it up. This is the Merchant Marine Banshee's Cry. Who are you?
I am Captain Pend of the U.S.S. Achilles. We are part of Starfleet, who serve the United Federation of Planets. You are currently encroaching on a operating zone of extreme danger. We would ask for you to not proceed any further.
What possible danger could there be here?
The galaxy to species ending type.
You see there's some flashing lights. It's not quite in camera, but you can see flickering lights of some sort of console near this thing's head. And you see one of its eyes on the side of its massive head kind of flick up and away from you, and the other one's staring right at you. And then the one that looked away just comes back to the conversation, as it were. That is a mighty ship to have destroyed that many vessels. That's a lot of salvage to leave behind.
It will not be salvaged soon. We currently have people on board, so we have claim.
See if the clock advances. It does not. You are claiming this salvage?
I am.
Your ship is being scanned. We will allow this. We are going to leave a navigation marker here to inform other groups of this location.
As a gesture of goodwill, we will send over a data packet with information on the Federation if you wish to trade with us at a future date.
The screen flicks off as they cut off their connection, and then you're immediately hailed again And then your communications person kind of looks over and says, "That wasn't me. I didn't cut them off." Put them back on. They're calling us back.
Set up a security protocol in case they're trying something.
That will require a roll of control plus, you guessed it, security, difficulty 2, assisted by computers plus security.
Does someone wish to grab a security personnel?
I'm already playing a character in the scene.
Sure. I'll grab somebody.
Note
What
that
kind of roll
anyone
were you
you
making?
put here can't be on the away mission.
Right.
Yeah, so Tier can't be there.
Let's activate Kasai.
That's a good bet.
Okay. So what are we trying to do here? They're scanning us, or no, we're trying to secure our communications.
Yeah, considering they've just cut it and immediately brought it back up, I'm just cautious that they may be trying something.
Okay. So take a threat for the third die and bold. Tactical systems for a focus.
I'd want something like internal security systems or computers, something like that. I always envision tactical as stuff that goes out of the ship to kill. I want to kill things outside the ship. Internals, I want to kill things in the ship.
Fair enough. All right.
Stun the things outside the ship. Sorry.
Oh, fish. There's 3, 4.
Yeah, you better.
Yeah, we're stunning them with our giant laser that can melt planets.
Well, I mean, TOS, the Starship phasers did have a stun setting.
Uh-huh. In the same way you can use a tank and fill it up with tear gas rounds, it doesn't make the tank non-lethal.
Just don't hit them with the canister.
We saw those people all get back up again.
Didn't the expedition once like stun a bunch of Romulans on a planet when we were rescuing the Kismet?
Yep, and then it set fire to the forest because, well, that's a lot of heat going to dry wood.
Well, they were just gumdrop people anyway, so.
Yeah, the U.S.S. Canada over there.
Great White North, thank you very much. No, but no, you're able to secure your computer system.
Okay, re-establish comms, please.
Its picture, you see the large creature again. There's some Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, one last question. Can I ask, like, what they appear to be? You mentioned, like, multiple limbs and eyes. Are they, like, slime creatures or, like, arthropod creatures? What are they?
For momentum, I'll answer.
Sure, Rymek will, scan over their biology and make some educated guesses.
It seems to be some sort of huge mammal with what appears to be a variety of burrowing arms and teeth. You'd almost think of it like a mammalian mole of some kind, but the size of a whale.
Size of a whale?
Yeah, it's huge.
They're that
Like you're
big.
not seeing a whole crew; you're seeing one of it in a large chamber.
Oh, okay. I will take those notes.
Why'd I almost closed that? That would have been silly. I might need that. It grumbles. It's almost inaudible, but computers can hear it just fine. So the computer translates it anyway at the normal volume. Although it notes that it is muttering or whispering, like in like subtitles, just to let you know that that's not a normal speaking volume for it. We will take your data packet.
Very well. We hope to have good relations and good trade going forward. Is there anything?
Waiting for transmission.
I'll signal for it to get sent. Is there anything
Yeah,
else you would like to inquire about or ask?
How much for the crystalline crew member you have aboard?
Unfortunately, that one is non-negotiable. We don't trade in peoples.
How much to hire them?
Again, that'll be a no, unfortunately. I appreciate the offer, but it's not something that can leave at the moment.
It's a member of your Starfleet.
It is not.
It is a member of your civilian complement.
It is. So it's not something I can trade, it would be up to them.
Can you forward a job offer application?
I can certainly do that, and when they decide, if you have a location I can forward the response to.
You're sent a message. Computer scans it and sees that it has some security measures in it, but it's not a malware of any kind. And it is what it says on the tin. It seems to be a cordial invitation to join the Crimson Fleet.
Awesome.
With various benefits, and it's a long document, but you kind of get the gist.
I mean, I will certainly go ask the crystalline being if they wish to join you. If you can give me some time, and again, I'd appreciate if you didn't get closer to the salvage. It's highly volatile for safety reasons.
Yes. It would appear there's some unexploded ordnance and some plasma canisters that would be very detrimental to, proper StarCraft.
Agreed. So, allow me some time and I will get back to you. I'll cut the comms and just send everything that's just happened over to the Victoria for them to mull over as well.
This is Trailblazer 2, Achilles. I think he's trying to recruit one of your crew.
He's trying to recruit the quantum phase crystals.
Well,
I mean, I'll ask them.
Well, just to give a little bit of context, I mean, they may not mind this, but they're somewhat think the greed. Oh, that's not fair. The materialism mixed with militarism.
Oh,
And if that's something your crystal wants to do, then keep that in mind about such entities. Although it would be rather advanced compared to it. That's probably why they're offering in the first place. Your crystal friend
Fair.
is probably the most advanced biologic or lithoid, I suppose, that's ever encountered.
true. But, oh yeah, if anyone asks, this is our salvage. Just to go along with the story.
I overheard it, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the correct choice.
I'd rather not escalate this any way, shape, or form.
That is wise.
But, yeah, I'm just going to have
Leave that to the away team.
Yeah, precisely. I'm just going to have a quick chat with my crystal civilian to see whether it wants to go with a fanatical, materialist, militarist
Not
species.
necessarily fanatical. They're just dedicated.
Mr. Blue.
So they've got all like teal ethics, no orange ones. Then
Well, if If anything comes up, feel free to interject at any time. As long as we keep a perimeter, I don't care what happens.
Or what'd you say? Sorry. Who'd you send that to? Or say that to?
I was saying that to both Trailblazer and the bridge.
Okay. Yeah, Victoria's just gonna keep its head down and try not to draw attention to itself.
Cicere, you have the con.
And new scene as we head back to the cube. Oops, almost took you to the wrong place. Why don't you go here?
I never expected the Crystal to get a job offer tonight.
And
Yeah,
he's
that's
like
kinda
trying to
unexpected.
pry that crystal away from you.
Oh, I know.
The door unlocks in front of Ryloff. Does he open it? You see that it's a lit room even from there. There are Borg who can't see you at the moment. You can see lots of blinking lights from the two alcoves. Like, it seems way more active than the other two you saw. It looks like they're doing something in those alcoves. And in here, you can see various flickering and flashing lights and whirring of machinery. Down this way leads deeper into the cube. According to initial scans, that could potentially lead to the vinculum, but it will be out in an open area. Like, you'll be, it's the one that's the easiest to be seen if you're approaching it. I'll just move that door out of the way for you. Whoops.
The funiculum's that override thing we were talking about, or
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's the primary computer core.
Oh.
And during self-destruct, it kind of isolates itself, so someone can't just hack and override it without
Okay.
physically being at the vinculum doing stuff. It's for and other critical ship operations.
He'll just tap his combat. Just, Commander, we seem to have found the central area where one might be able to disarm a self-destruct protocol. There are also several drones that appear more active than in the previous location.
Understood. Do you have eyes on our primary objectives?
Not as of this moment. If I had to guess, she's on the other side of these drones. But we also
Very
have the
good.
option to disable self-destruct as necessary, though the area is exposed.
Do you want Team 2 support?
Not at present.
Very well. Proceed.
Team 2's found another drone, too. But these drones that we can see down here, they appear active.
They're active. They're doing something with their alcoves. They're not recharging. They seem to be doing some sort of process that requires those drones to be doing something. So you see, like, the little dome, the little circle above its head where it has the little bolts of energy. It's flickering a lot more rapidly, and you can see the flickering of lights on them. Like, a lot of processing power is going into whatever they're doing.
Yeah, containing myth.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I say that, but it's probably true. Okay. Let's just edge through a little bit more. Why does Kino have a skull and crossbones on her?
Oh, I can take those off. I have to put multiple things on it because these tokens are tiny.
Why do I have a leaf on me? Wait.
That reminds me that you have a light.
Okay.
Why is Kino like really translucent? Is she like fading away?
She's in the shadow, I guess? I don't know. No,
Yeah, she's in a shadowy area, and there's light casting out to where she is.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, tell her doesn't look like she's got that in the same area, but strange. Yeah, no,
That's
she's
weird,
just
yeah, no.
translucent.
Kino's stealthy.
The
You
ghost
hardly
of
tell
Kino
she's there.
passed.
Cultural norms have evolved. This is what being trans means now.
Okay. As far as I recall, that we're not trying to disable the self-destruct yet, right?
It's a secondary objective or a tertiary one.
But that would be a data recovery option.
Mm-hmm.
Downside is in the open, and whoever does it's probably going to get shot at. And the only way further right is past these drones.
Yeah.
Seems to be correct, Captain.
Oh, except the drones are inactive at the moment.
That would also be correct.
Supposedly. Well, you know, he's going to be the one to find out. Oh, hey, myth located.
Oh, and the minute you look over, I have to do some rules.
That's always fun. Always a good
Yeah.
sign.
Yeah.
Things are going well.
Oh yeah. Blue.
You look upon the form of Myth, and you see that she is laid out on an assimilation table with various tools working away at her. The question is, how much work did they get done? Do. Day 1. Nope. Day 2. Nope. Day 3. You see that a significant portion of Myth's body has implants. You see one of her eyes has been is permanent it isn't replaced. It's in the sense that there's like this big chunk there. It's instead one eye is closed and you can see it flickering like she's dreaming, and the other one's wide open with a bright red light and a little laser piercing into the air and unmoving.
Talora. This is far more your specialty than mine. Which is to have her come over and actually check to see is she functional and how recoverable? And is she movable? Or a threat?
Reason engineering difficulty of 2.
Pen, do you want to roll her?
Sure. And that was reason what, sorry?
Engineering.
I'll make that science, please, for a momentum.
Isn't it a threat to do that?
No.
Nope,
No,
it's
the
a
reading's
momentum.
Ah, cool.
But I'll give you a threat for bold.
And she would have already had a focus, probably, if you didn't use that. But you have one, especially because you've done that.
Mm-hmm. This lighting makes it look like Myth is in some form of like halter dress. It's very strange.
I mean, who said they can't slay while they assimilate?
It does totally look like an off-the-shoulder number there.
Right?
I can't really
I mean,
make it out because she's also
look-
translucent for me.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, she can pull it off, so.
Ben's having the best time with his sound right now. So the target was 2. You knocked it up. Got it 4 over. So boop. From your scans, it does look like a significant. There are various parts of Myth that have been replaced with that have been invaded by Borg nanites that have assimilated and are currently trying to assimilate the entirety of her frame. And there is a nanite manufacturer plex. That is to say, it's the thing that makes more nanites inside you. And think small, like it's still it's big for nanites, so not quite nanite, but it's a little bigger. There's a couple of them throughout her body. Part of her half her positronic brain is currently under Borg influence. The other half is still Myth.
I mean, we still have the virus that makes you violently reject Borg implants. So
That is a terrible idea.
well, I didn't say it was a good idea.
It does seem like she is currently interfaced into. There's like a plug that has that she's connected into the table as it's trying to It's basically trying to reprogram her brain to stop fighting the assimilation process.
Do we know that if we unplug her, everything's just gonna go, oh shit, attack?
For a momentum, I'll answer.
Sure.
Once she's unplugged, it does look like that despite the Borg's efforts the Borg are trying to assimilate her, but she's also trying to hinder what they're doing back, basically actively buying time by frustrating with various with far more data than her positronic brain really should be able to do. Like we're talking teraquads upon teraquads of data that a positronic brain, even a Sung type android, shouldn't be able to calculate that fast. But somehow it's just coming out of nowhere, which mechanically means that's why I've been rolling challenge dice this whole time instead of just buying the wedges, because she keeps messing me up. She unplugs, I can start ticking the clock down with straight up. She's the reason the self-destruct sequence hasn't gone off.
Okay, so last thing, pull her out.
Yeah, that's something to pass on to the other team. Like, we've located her. But
yeah, I'll pass on in a second.
I was meaning Rylov can just relay it while Dolores.
Well, and the vinculum is where we need to disable the self-destruct, right? Where you guys are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, past there, they have to. There's like some passageways that should lead that way.
Does Talora know that if she were to offer any assistance to Myth in this endeavour, would that cause the Borg to interfere?
For momentum, I can answer that.
Sure.
They would mechanically what that would do. That would tie her there. Like she'd be just as trapped. Well, trapped in the sense, but while she's there and actively helping, like the wedge wouldn't advance unless I rolled a 6. Basically.
Okay.
Or on a challenge die, I'd say a 1. Like it's a 1 in 6 chance instead of a 2 in 6 chance.
So essentially, I could give us a better chance for us to find Cham, do everything else, and then once we've done all the other objectives, to bug out.
Yeah.
She just can't leave. She can't do any other action but be assisting Myth.
I'll pass this on to Rylov. Is this something you would like me to do while the other teams achieve their objectives?
That's a yes and a no, because you are the specialist we have that could reasonably disable the systems. I suppose I can do that, or do my best at that. Stay here, render assistance to her. Make sure you're watching your back. We don't know how long the drones are going to be inactive for.
Could Ensign or Specialist Tyr watch my back while I'm doing this?
Of course. I'll stare at your back super hard.
Appreciative. as Talora begins to assist Myth.
And then Ralph will report essentially this series of events to Ralph. It's like, I can head to the Vinculum and attempt information extraction and further self-destruct delays there.
Very well. I'm sending Lieutenant Commander Nerta and Ensign Ben over to you.
Very well, Commander. Do either of them have... Whoops, sorry, wrong one. Do either of them have flashlights?
Yes,
They don't
Ben
have
Nerta
giving
does.
them one.
What, sorry?
Nanerta has one.
Okay. So Ralph will leave one with Kino.
Oh, of course you are. 1 second.
Well, it's better than leaving them sitting in the dark next to drones. It's like, you need to
I
keep an eye
know.
on things.
It's fine. Just
You're welcome.
I just have to do something. That's all.
I mean, imagine having to do something. That's the worst.
What color is this? Boop, boop. Nope, you shouldn't be emitting light anymore. Oh, I made you blind. There we go.
My eyes, my eyes.
And then he'll just wait where it is light.
Then Nerta and Ben are rendezvousing with Team 1.
Right, I am
Well,
going
Team
to
1
stand
sounds
here, like facing the opposite direction as her, and I've got my phaser ready to shoot anything that moves that isn't a Starfleet officer.
Damn.
Or a Romulan exchange officer.
Yeah.
Cool.
If you're like a blood-sucking politician, though, I mean, you know, accidents happen, okay?
Understandable.
In town. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
So.
we're heading this way, I believe. And the other team's doing other team things.
Okay, so away those four go.
Yeah. The flat earthers are right.
Well,
Okay. Not where I expected that to go, but all right.
so what is Team Controllers of the Mean of production doing? That just rolled off the tongue, don't mind me.
Uh-huh.
You for the first time see Soleia's red badge. She's in that party in the Federation.
Oh, good. That's
I mean,
like
the commissar
primary
title
party,
should have given
I
it
think.
away.
What's that
I
thing
guess-
on your armband? Oh, that's a Vulcan sickle you see. What's that? Oh, a hammer you see. Wait a minute. You're a farmer. Sure.
I farm counter-revolutionaries.
So what's the command team doing?
Let's go look for the big console that's weird and undescribable and stops the self-destruct.
Team 1 is already on that objective.
Oh, that's right. Are we going to save Cham?
We surveying the area, or we're doing a recon of the area, but mostly we're just here to provide additional fire support and help with extraction if need be.
And hopefully find Cham. Please.
I was about to say,
And hopefully
and
find
that
Cham.
all of that is more important than Cham,
Please find Cham.
because Cham is
Well,
somewhere over like here,
Used to your south, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then that's
and the
that-
door
that
to
is what
over
we're-
there
we're
was like
doing.
way up here.
Well, maybe there's another door.
Yeah. Let's move forward and look for it. I'm gonna move forward. Nope. No door.
That's a door.
We should go this way. Oh, there's a door.
Door.
Helps when the people with flashlights are near the thing.
Walks up to door. No door.
But is it a door?
No door?
Question.
There's just
Yeah,
someone
why
on the
don't
other
we
side
start
yelling out.
asking like what makes up a door? Let's use the Socratic method to beat the Borg.
Oh,
I
that
need-
sounds like it's gonna work great. What's the
Why did I change it to 6? If I just said 1, I would have had a tick. It's fine. Insight engineering difficulty. What did I say? 2 initially? 2, yeah.
right? Top light team.
Oh, yeah, that shaves off a difficulty.
Hoplite commander.
Yeah, because you're helping figure out who in the team and coordinating and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm mostly telling someone else to do that. Like I'm rolling it, but I'm mostly telling someone else to do it. I feel like.
Screw it. I'm using my phone. I'm gonna sound terrible, but at least I'm here.
You
Hi,
are one of those
Dan.
things.
Don't
Um,
worry, you're hunting down the vinculum in a wide open hallway where all the Borg could see you, and if they catch you, they could totally kill all of you.
You're welcome.
I sent you to the trauma zone, Ben. Don't worry, it's fine.
My initial plan was, I can wing it. And then I was like, I'll send the engineer and scientist with you. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I was like, I think you
Maybe-
need these guys more than I do right now.
Maybe I should just disconnect again. Maybe that'd be.
GM, focus in team dynamics here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will buy 2 dice here with momentum. I mean, I have 2 hits.
You do, yeah. That would be enough to pop open the door.
Uh-huh.
Delete-
I'll metal that comp away.
Okay.
That was shocking, but not surprising at the same time.
Yep.
It's like, without track record. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we come to 2 doors.
Let's choose the one less traveled.
Yeah, I think we'll go up. You're going up.
Well, if you choose the one less traveled, you just wind up if you choose the other road anyways.
Mm-hmm.
This will require the same road. The door
towards the
requires
dark
opening.
Borg cube.
All right. It's still same difficulty, so I'm just rolling for comps. Okay. Generate 1.
You're blasted with light.
Yeah. Okay.
And as you step there,
Uh-huh.
your tricorder beeps, and the hazard team immediately tries to pull you out. This check I'm about to give you, for both of you, will be at -1 difficulty because the hazard team immediately tries to get you 2 out of there.
Okay.
As their equipment starts blaring alarms at them.
What is it saying?
It is saying that you are being irradiated. You're in a highly radioactive area.
Okay.
And the hazard team just has more specified equipment that they know the chimes on their alarms. Like, oh no, we know what this is. This is the drop it and run signal.
Gotcha.
Oops, I got one more. Fitness plus con difficulty of Was going to be 3, gets sucked down to 2 because of the hazard team.
All right. Focus in athletics. Extraordinary climber.
No.
For getting out of somewhere quick.
If you were climbing the floor, I would take it, but
Drop to
you're
all
not
fours. Let's go,
Spider-Man.
Frolic.
Not yet.
Climbing involves
I was
overall
going to say, you're
muscle
not Adam
mass.
West Batman.
I'll keep that in mind in one of your games.
Austin.
I mean, you're right, but no. Generation of 2 momentum for one of you. The one that isn't giving me lip. Gee.
Yeah, I'll like commander trait.
Set plot down to div 1, so 3.
But if you get irradiated, one of them gets to be the commander. So
Sure.
No. I'll buy a 3rd die with momentum.
That's not quite how that works.
Oops, I got that backwards. Why did I do that?
Okay. I gain 1. I have a
good,
comp,
that's right.
so I'll spend 2 to quash.
Boop, boop. So immediately,
Back.
like narratively, you two don't even know what all you know is hazard team is grabbing you and hauling you out of there. Like they're not asking, they're yanking you out of there, and you're just kind of following them, wondering what they're doing. And then then once your the alarms start going off, stop going off, they hold up their displays, and you were being exposed to high levels of radiation.
Cool. I'll just give like a good job, and then we try the other way, I guess.
Do you mind if we close this door, Commander?
Go for it.
Okay. Same roll for the other door. See, if this is a regular security team, they would have been irradiated and fell over to the ground to let you know it's dangerous.
Uh-huh.
Hot plates pull you out of it.
All right,
anti-red
so I'm comp checking again here. And I generate 1.
The door unlocks.
Keep active scans going. We don't want to walk into space or anything.
you don't.
When the hazard team looks at the Vulcan, worried.
Counselor, if you have a death wish,
you should
I
speak with the
humbly request that
counselor
you
if you
head back
want
to the
to
shuttle
walk into
immediately.
open space.
So,
move on.
check door and then make roll, I guess.
Before you make roll, let's check in on how the merry band of misfits is going. All
Perfectly
right.
fine. There's no problems. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, they've all been assimilated. It's fine.
That's not.
Incorrect.
I mean, it's fine in the sense that's not my problem anymore.
Oh, it can be your problem so quickly again, though.
You had 3 attempts to try to complete a extended task to find the vinculum before a considerable amount of time has passed that you're never going to find it in this mission. Because it turns to one of those, we got turned around. Oh, no. No, we have to go all the way over there. How long have we been in here? Way too long.
Insight con.
Yeah.
Sensors plus con?
Oh, sorry. Wait. Don't worry about that one.
Squint?
Typo on my part.
We just plug Venom, and there we go. Sensors con.
Con is
Alright.
nowhere near my jam.
I have 3.
Wait, who is this for?
You as well.
You're here.
Us.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I just don't see us on the
Rylov has
board.
a 12 for that, but
You're-
also a focus, probably.
You're basically off the upper right side of the board, wandering around the maze that is the innards of a Borg tactical cube, trying to avoid the various. Oh, that reminds me. Resist 5 because you're avoiding all the drones.
God damn it, Ben.
Wait, so these drones are not in the diagnostic mode like everything else?
Well, they're kind
Is?
of in the way. Is the problem? The
Ah.
further you're going,
It's the no touchy, no wakey.
it's like if you can kind of get around them, but this is really meant for. It's almost like the Borg have had Starfleet officers wander around their ships trying to do stuff to the vinculum, so they try to make it as hard as possible to get to. But they still need it big enough that Borg drones can get to it. So
There's still gravity here, right?
Yep.
Okay, had to ask. I
Uh,
specifically had to ask. I have a lot of traits that mean that's amazingly easy for me then.
mine is I'm probably just gonna be assisting.
Okay.
'Cause I've only got a
Well, go.
12.
Oh, that reminds me, I get more threat because you're here.
Yay. Rylov Go means it's a div 3, though. Because Borg.
Do you want to have the engineer try it? I don't know.
Oh, the engineer is rolling a whopping 9 inside con.
Yeah, I got it. I got this, boys.
Okay.
Don't worry. Don't you worry. Okay, so that being said, though, paranoid? Hurt? Not hurt? Nothing?
It doesn't cut either way. For all
Okay,
the
good.
bad it does good in equal measure.
Okay, good. Survivor.
Complication or difficulty.
We'll just take the difficulty back down. I can deal with a comp too, but less difficulty means more momentum to get through this task faster. Investigative techniques focus. We're trying
I'd
to
say
find a control center.
I would say a complication because you're trying to do this quickly. You don't want to take your time doing this.
Strategy and tactics. For finding an enemy command center.
I'll say no, unfortunately.
Damn. Had to try. Okay, so I guess comp is I mean I'm fine with comp 3. I've had worse. Traditionally I've had a lot worse. I don't know what our directives are.
Oh, I haven't made those.
Yeah, I was like, you had Commander, what's the directive here? You read the book. You have the book. There it is. C? 1C?
Recognizing hostile nature of Borg, proceed with utmost caution. Be prepared for any aggressive actions by Borg or potential attempts to self-destruct the vessel. Yep.
Okay, that said, 2 and 2. No, it needs to be 2 and 4?
3.
3. 2 and 3. Yes, 2 momentum, 3 threat. Math is my strong point.
Clearly.
Evidently.
I can't even see what I rolled because someone just opened 5 different Steam games at once. Oh, it's terrible. I've got 3, which is actually enough to hit the thing. I didn't keep it, but I do have so many. Yeah, how
But
about
Jesus.
Nasto Kali Gambit Part 2?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Hail Mary to assist with insight engineering, because I'm kind of
Yeah.
tracing the conduits or whatnot.
I'll take that as an assist. Totally. I'm a lot more flexible on assist than I am on the main.
Right.
But I'll
He
use
said
that
patting
to
himself on the
reroll
back.
3, so I'm not. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There we
And then-
go.
Again? Yeah, I keep it this time. Look at that.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on div 3. So 3
Plus
generated.
an extra 2.
So an extra 2. Boop.
Yeah. And then I'm rolling something.
5 challenge dice.
This is also why we probably wanted someone with a higher con. 'Cause, yeah, the other ones would have been far lower.
Ironically, the politician has the highest con, I think. in the
Yeah,
group.
I mean that still resist 5 is actually eating all of that at the moment.
Yep. You're currently doing 0 work.
So we
Because
need
all
to
these
spend
damn
3
Borg are in the
momentum
way.
on piercing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, essentially. It does get you 5, though. That will get you a magnitude.
Yep.
You want to? Oh, we're not in combat. Never mind.
I'm going to claw. Wait, I'm spending too much. I'm spending way too much. I'm clawing back 4 of that work because Borg cubes are meant for Borg to get around in with their little hive minds, not organics.
Sort of.
Well, since you said that, up the difficulty by 1.
So it's back to diff 2.
Yeah.
We
I was
only
gonna
got
do
one
that anyway.
magnitude to break.
Yeah. Shall I do it again, boys?
Take it
Go
to
for
him,
it.
Commander.
I mean, it's diff 2, so we'll do 2 and 2 again. Sorry, 2 momentum, 1 threat. I'm just going to do 4 dice. I'm not going to do a determination roll on this one.
Okay.
It's all the same stuff as before, more or less. Holy hell!
Nice.
Well, okay, so that being
Now you're
said,
using the momentum.
I am definitely using a determination.
What the actual hell, Rylov?
I know, this isn't normally me, is it?
Is Efrix with you?
Well,
Is
welcome to my world.
No. Well, I mean, there's the mission directive one, which seems to apply.
Yep.
well,
Okay. Okay. I didn't keep it. Phantom Struggle. 08 Duo Shutdown.
Yes. I had to think for a
I'm
second.
honestly just listing stuff I've noted with Borg.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I don't want 2 complications. How about you guys?
I do.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Because
don't
he
need-
wants them. I don't.
That sounds like cowardice.
Sounds
Cowardice
like
in the
shut
face
the
of the
fuck
enemy.
up.
Oh my god. Well, that's 1 instead of 2, and I keep it. But I can Legion of Honor. Just no, we're stopping there. There's no complication. Ignore it.
Roll your progress. 5 challenge dice.
Yes, sir. That's
Mm.
4 with 5 resists, so I need to spend 2, and I need to spend 3 essentially. How much momentum did we make?
well, you need to spend
2.
4 to get to
Oops.
5 work.
1, 2,
You're-
4.
yeah,
One
so-
second. 1,
yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We had 6 hits on a diff 2, so we made 4 momentum.
Which is exactly what we need to.
Yep. So
Break
there
it.
we go.
So
And then we're spending. Do we spend 4? 2 piercing, cover that, and then 1 on damage.
Well, you
1,
need to get
2,
1,
3,
You
4,
need to get 1 more
Oh,
to get
you're
through
right.
the last
Yep,
resistance.
Yep.
and then the last resistance.
Okay.
Yeah, odd numbered resistances are always a bastard.
But yes.
And you start making your way to the Vinculum.
Yay!
Meanwhile, we cut back to
And we kept the levels of momentum threat rather even for that.
back down to Team
I talked to
Cam.
the GM.
Open the door.
It's a surprise, it's more radiation.
Throx just in time to be back to open a door.
Wonderful.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there's a bonus.
Oh.
It's marked external.
It says warning and has a bunch of exclamation points around it. I don't know what that
Uh-huh.
means.
Yeah, I mean, if possible, I do want to like make the kind of check to be like, hey, is this an obvious like
Oh, Reason Science difficulty 1.
danger?
Because you're
Oh,
scanning.
reason science difficulty 1. Cool. I'm great at that. Hoplite team.
Difficulty 0.
Cool. Not gonna try for anything. I'm just gonna try and not come. That's a wash. I made it. It's fine.
So you're going to quash that?
Yeah.
Boop.
A
This
20
is
and a
silly.
1. I just rolled a d2.
This is silly.
You're silly.
I am silly. Thank you for noticing.
The door's unlocked?
I'm silly. Thanks for asking. All right, pup.
You see, you hear whirring noises coming from in here. And you see these two are very active looking Borg.
Okay.
Well, I don't look intimidating, so what's the whirring?
And as you step in there,
I think to a lot of people, nothing is more intimidating than the person who makes you pay taxes.
day 1,
The IRS.
day 2.
Commissar.
Oh no. Day 3. Oh, hooray! It looks like I need to do 2 because otherwise that just looks to be too much in the way. Yeah. You see that Cham has looks like he is unconscious and on an assimilation bed, and it looks like a significant portion of him has been assimilated, but he is not fully converted. Like he has an eye patch, one of his arms had one of his hands has been replaced. There seems to be something of the Borg corset, if you get what I mean. That midsection area is being built, but it's not fully formed on him. He's not a full drone yet. It's almost like someone's been interfering with the ship's normal mode of operations. Plus, some bunch of idiots start shooting torpedoes at them, so they were kind of busy.
I'm a real fan of the term Borg corset.
I'll remember that one.
Of course you will.
Is it actually sucking up his midsection and buffing out his pecs?
Why do I
Yeah,
say
exactly.
no?
Can you describe how attractive Cham is at the moment?
Well,
what is
he's
this
a
doing
new
for his
actor
figure?
now, so
Why
It's a
do
corset,
I,
not a
Depends on if
bustier,
you're
okay?
into some very specific things or not.
Yeah.
why do I say words?
We don't
Because you
know.
enjoy them.
Does he look like he could be moved?
There's lots of wires that are attached to him. Like because the table's like actively still simulating him. It's still doing stuff to him. You'd have to detach him away from the thing to pull him out. Or you could just yank him. You're not sure what that would do. You're not a doctor.
But we still haven't arrived at the vinculum yet.
Oh, that team is off somewhere else in the cube.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes.
Probably.
Yep. So I'm going to actually calm to Team 1. We say Team 1, this is Team 2. We've located the secondary primary target.
You hear no response.
The secondary primary target.
Well, look, I knew as soon as I said that was a terrible way to say it.
Oh, I lie. These two of Team 1 do hear that. But the ones going to the vinculum don't hear anything.
So who? Just Kino and Talara?
Yep.
Talora.
Sorry.
Said in
Did
the
either
original
of them
Vulcan.
respond to that?
Yeah, Kino will say, understood. Team 1A, or yeah, Team 1A. We're still holding the fort here.
Understood, Lieutenant Rylov. Do you read me? And then I won't get any response.
I'm trying to advance the clock.
Because I'm just choosing to ignore you.
Uh-huh.
Rylov, Lieutenant, are you there?
It-
Sir, I think
Especially
we've
not
lost
if you don't
Rylov.
address me by the right rank. God damn.
Wait, I said Lieutenant.
Lieutenant
Oh,
Commander.
no.
Yeah.
Who
Lieutenant
got
Commander.
promoted? I'm sorry.
No.
Sorry.
You got demoted. He got promoted.
Oh, that's
he was
bad.
well, look,
Did
he
the
was
GM just
lieutenant
advance
for a
it
very
3
long
times? No, he
time.
didn't. Because we're slowing it down.
You know,
missed it
you get
once.
like 2, maybe 3 slip-ups before then you're in trouble, okay?
Uh,
I don't actually see the clock on the board anymore either, so haha.
The Borg turns its head, looks right at Kino, and she's in combat right now.
Ah.
Oh crap.
That's why I was waiting for at least 2 wedges to go by. And I was like, it's so hard to get the wedge to go over.
You're
Mhm.
welcome.
It could have been more than 2, though.
It could have been, but
Damn it.
I was running out of threat.
Should at least roll to die.
I did 3 of them. So Kino, you see the head, and you see one of its arms come up like it's about to do something.
I shoot it.
She can.
Yeah.
Can.
Roll control plus security, difficulty of 3 because this thing is right in your face.
Oh, fuck. And we're wandering through a maze of Borg drones to get to the vinculum. Okay.
Oh, yes.
well, then we're hoping that the virus works and that the drones stay in maintenance mode despite this.
Oh, no.
All right. Focus and hand phasers, control, security.
Respect my
Fire at will.
security.
Fire at will, bold security, personal effects, and spacewalk. What's her personal effects? The force field? Okay.
Her
No,
personal
she has a-
effects are a bludgeon and armor.
Okay. All right. A bludgeon? Like a
Yes.
baton or a hand?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I know what accurate does. Let me double check. Charges, you get to pick an effect for it, right? If you spend a minor to charge.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I will spend a minor to charge, and then I will shoot it.
Oh, what are you charging it for?
Oh god, what would be the best thing to charge for a Borg? Piercing? Sure.
Piercing.
Barrier, because there's 2 of them? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm willing to let you know because Borg have been known for at least 8 years. They do have machine 3, so they have like 3 resistance to all damage, just because they're mostly
They're
machinery.
robot, not squishy flesh. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Piercing. 1 momentum, 2 threat, 4 dice.
Momentum, 2 threat. That's a square hit that gives you 3 momentum back. Roll your damage.
Where hit
Hey.
with a round phaser beam.
1, 2,
It's a
3, 4,
line.
5.
Lines aren't any kind of shape because they're not closed.
Cylinder.
And you fire straight into its chest, and it collapses to the ground. It's kind of jerking around on the ground because you stunned it. You didn't disintegrate it, but it's not going to be part of the fight right now.
Mm-hmm.
But in
Yeah, she wants-
flatland, a line could be perceived as a shape.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
So,
Philosophers are out in force today.
Yeah. Fucking, what is a shape? Yeah, Kino is going
Hey.
to let out a whoop and say, "Take that, take that, you untrill monsters." And I didn't have a quip ready, okay?
Untrill.
The insult didn't translate well.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
would
just
you like to take
continuing the
a-
tradition of Achilles engineers.
Would you like to take a? The minute it drops and you shoot it, you notice this one turns and looks at you. Also,
Okay.
meanwhile,
Yeah.
the two Borg drones are with the commander and the politician. They turn and look right at them, and somewhere else in the ship, a lot of Borg and start moving to intercept.
Talking is a free action, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna slam my communicator and say, Lieutenant, Commander, whoever, the Borg just came active in this room. I'm holding them for now, but we are currently engaging the enemy.
Would you like to take a swift action or keep the initiative?
Don't worry, Lieutenant Tulara. I'll keep you safe. I will take a swift action. Yeah, take a swift action and shoot the other one.
2 momentum or 2 threat.
How about you have some threat? You don't have any.
Sure.
How do you get worse at saying names?
I don't.
Also,
it's been a weird
fire
day,
at will.
okay? Oh,
Oh,
what
yeah,
does
fire
that
at
do?
will.
I thought that was a ship talent.
No. When you use Swift House Momentum, you ignore the normal difficulty increase.
Oh,
So
After
div 2
firing.
for the second one.
Yep.
all right.
So you specifically have to fire, then Swift Task, and then you ignore the difficulty increase for firing again.
Okay, because you're like, okay, it's like full auto. Okay, control, security, focus, 1 threat again. 2. And yes, I will charge for piercing again.
You'd need to pay me a momentum or threat for the additional additional minor.
Could I have can you have a momentum then?
Sure.
I don't know why I can't speak today.
Hey, the Borg are scary. You're role playing how scared your character is. That's what it is. You're method acting.
Yeah. All right.
Thud.
Yeah, she lets out another whoop and says, that's what we treat hive minds like on Pejor, on Trill.
Both, really.
Wow, no love for hive minds.
For
Myth,
some
I
reason, the
remember this.
myth on the table twitches. No.
Yeah.
Are you keeping the initiative, folks?
We should. I think
Uh,
we should.
We'll spin the rifle around and like blow on it as if there's smoke.
Perfectly in character. I'm good
Yeah,
to
that's
spend
pretty
2 momentum to keep.
Yep.
Color needs to
And-
get myth out.
We can't, because if she gets myth out, the whole ship blows up. Oh wait,
It'll
you've
blow
got
up
jam,
faster.
so why can't we? Yeah, we can exfil now, right?
We haven't turned it off, but yeah.
So 1, Maniculum hasn't been turned off. 2, we
Sorry.
don't have contact with another part of the team. 3, we have 2 more drones who are about to attack Team 2. So I
Okay.
think
Yeah,
we
but
should
the
keep-
myth was the highest priority of the mission. Everything else was a like to have.
Here it comes. Here
I'm
it
not-
comes.
I'm not lying. That's the mission.
I know. I mean, you are correct, but of course, the politician is talking about acceptable losses.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the Security Council knows the price of
I'm
freedom.
one of those acceptable losses.
Okay, and
So I
I
believe
make my case. I've made my case.
the commander is about to.
Yeah. So keep, and then I'm going to take a shot at this one.
The one on the right.
Yeah. Hoplite 18.
So would be diff 3, now diff 2.
Okay. Hoplite commander.
Yep.
Right. Team dynamics, because I'm working with the hoplites here.
Yep. You're more directing them to shoot than you're
Yeah.
kind of guiding the shot. All right, which one? The one I'm shooting at. Shoot that one.
Yeah, concentrate fire. Minor action charge for piercing.
Yep.
Right. That's generate 2. And then I'll roll damage.
Thud.
All right. I will spend 2 momentum, swift task.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Swift task, I'm going to try to apply the trait of relentless as well.
Yep.
Keep the difficulty the same. All right. Make 2 momentum again.
Oh, if you wanted to charge for piercing, you owed me a momentum or threat.
I would like to do that, thank you. I'll give that a momentum.
Okay. Thud. Man, those rotating frequencies are really hard for them to get a hold on, isn't it? Turnover?
Already spent my determination, so yes.
So, here's what I'm gonna do. These 4 people aren't here, so I'm gonna draw a little thing indicating they're elsewhere on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
That's not it. Draw a rectangle. There we go. There we go. Wrong. Oh, hell with it. No, dang it.
you
Draw a
sound like
green
a
rectangle.
teacher at like an elementary school art class.
For some reason, I want to kill the counselor on far away.
Do it.
Well, then I have to fight the Achilles, and it's a whole thing. It'd be a part 4.
It is
Fighting
all
Achilles
the
will be
same.
fun.
Also, if you try to fight the counselor, and there's no one to save Myth and Cham.
Yes. I mean,
What do you mean?
Um, so the various Borg. So to kind of abstract the level of outnumbered that the team is that's in it's in the Vinculum room. I'm just gonna use squad tactics. You can kill and stun as many as you want as they start rushing into your position. But I'll give you a hint and tell you that no matter how many you shoot, they'll just keep coming. I'll always have a full squad worth of people.
So are we at the Vinculum?
You are, yeah. I'm about to take the enemy's turn of attacking you because the ones that we're going to attack these guys, I can move other ones. I'll attack you guys first before I do that.
I'm sure.
Question: Is the virus doing anything to stop the amount of Borg drones that we're having to fight?
Yep.
Okay.
It's why I can't use the ones out here, except for the one I activated.
Gotcha.
Those ones I have to activate individually because they're all in sleep mode, whereas these inner ones are on high security alert.
Gotcha.
Oh, we'll manage, probably.
Okay.
And they're going to attack the security team.
Oh.
It seems fair.
That's it.
And just make. I only need one of them to have it. The rest assist with it. That's how that works. So, and it has to be deadly, so I have to spend for that.
Doesn't have to be. I mean,
Well, increase the difficulty by 1. I mean, I suppose I could save myself the threat, but I'll. These are by the numbers Borg. Thankfully,
So, security team or Rylov?
I mean, why bother save the threat? You know what this kind of crew is. You're going to get it all back in a nanosecond.
I mean, we could threat starve the GM. We've done it like once before in the last 4 years.
We've done it a few times.
Yeah.
There we go. Can I not? What? Why can't I click on anything?
the virus
Oh.
is taking effect.
Ha. As you're in the team, the security team tries their best to fight them off, and they get pulled into the hive and vanish among a sea of arms and twisting assimilation tubes.
Narita says, "Well, that's not good."
Do your job.
The term will go back to you guys.
That's not meant to sound as assholey as it comes off. That's they're dying. You do your job.
Yep.
They're dying so you can do your job.
I'm
Right.
the one that needs to install this thing, right?
Well, no, we've already got the first virus in. What we're here to do theoretically is to shut down the self-destruct. However, with the situation having gone sideways, we do have the really
Disrupt
evil
self-destruct,
virus.
disrupt Borg, and extract information.
The problem is that would kill Jam.
How you disrupt the Borg is up to you. That virus is not necessarily.
So, what happens if we pull Cham out?
I don't think we know.
You don't
Yeah,
know.
you're not aware because it would
Okay.
require a reason
Can I-
medicine roll to think about it.
We
Try
are
that
at the
then?
vernaculum, so why don't we try if we can plug in the tricorder again? We can modify the virus on the fly to try and shut down, override from here since we're at the vernaculum, even the high security alert.
Yeah.
Ignore
drones
security
and send them
alert, override to maintenance mode.
Yep.
Right.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'll plug in the tricorder with the virus, and then Vin and I, let's see if we can't hack on the fly.
Opposed roll. Because the vernaculum AI is going to try to resist you.
What is
What,
the nature of the roll?
Yeah, what's the nature of the roll?
Well, the nature of a roll is a probability scale
Jesus
across.
Oh, it sure was a long road to get here.
Oh, man.
Listen, he's not here. We don't need to hear that line.
Hey, the GM started it.
I was waxing philosophic. Thank you very much.
I am
Waxing
going to.
something.
I am going to unallow all of you.
Oh, fudge muffins. So,
All right, guys. Well, it's been fun.
daring plus
Oh, no.
science opposed.
Science opposed.
All right, that looks like you.
I will
Yep.
warn you, I have a full mit because the hive of the central control is aware you're here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Can I assist Vin?
You can. You'll just burn both your turns trying to do this.
Yep. What I'm gonna do then is Now, can I spend a determination on mission directive?
Which one?
I gotta see where are the mission directives?
It's at the top.
Hold on.
I like how this exact exchange has occurred now 3 times this session.
I know.
Where is it? Where is it?
The Discord, the same spot as always.
No, it's in Roll20.
Oh, in the roll
Why?
one.
It's part of the orders that
Yeah.
either Nanerta or
Okay.
There we go. Mission details.
Commissar brought.
Primary objective.
I need a number and a letter.
Yeah, I know. There are a lot of them.
I know. Just letting you know.
It's probably going to be something on first.
Sure, I'll give you a lot of numbers, but really there's only 26 letters in English anyway. Less in Latin or Hebrew. Goodness.
Mm-hmm.
More if you're going into like Chinese or Japanese.
Those aren't letters.
Oh,
those are ideograms.
What about?
Hieroglyphics.
Perfect. 2C.
2C. Given prolonged duration of tactical cube's disablement, be prepared for any potential repairs or attempts by Borg to regain control. Continually monitor the situation and adjust your strategy accordingly. I think that qualifies.
Okay. Spending my determination on that,
Mhm.
I am going to give you 1 threat for momentum for what is effectively a full mint with a determination spend.
Roger.
Daring science, you say?
Yeah.
I assume reverse engineering won't count.
It won't, no.
Okay. Let me throw a couple traits at you.
Don't do that, it hurts.
Yep. Go-getter or courageous volunteer.
Courageous volunteer.
Cool. So that
Do
gives
you
me
have
three.
any trauma around Borg? I forget.
Nothing specifically hitting on Borg.
Ah.
I have one for melee threats and superior officers.
Superior officer fires though.
Trauma for hitting on Borg.
I could see
Same
that.
thing.
Hate all of you.
What's your trauma for superior officer? Because you have a superior officer overlooking your work.
But I do have an advantage X1 on that.
Yes.
Oh,
Advantage on your next roll when it comes up.
Oh, so you for this, so that advantage goes away as you canceled it out. You kind of do a quick little exercise to kind of help yourself focus and just pretend he's just another ensign. He's helping you.
Yep.
He's a hologram. He's not really there.
Yep.
Didn't I give you
Yeah, you gave me
I-
your special thing last time.
Positive reinforcement
Yeah.
is still active.
So what does that do?
You have a free advantage relating to positive reinforcement. Let me pull up the text.
You also basically have a determination spent from that alone, but if that biffs it, if you biff because of that, then the positive reinforcement goes away.
Yeah, posting it now.
Okay.
I need my dice.
No
In addition to the normal effects of the trait, that character can reroll their dice pool as if they'd spent a point of determination once until the end of the mission. If the task the character used to reroll fails, they use the advantage.
Oh, dope. Cool. Yeah, I might end up needing that because I just spent my determination on this thing. Okay, so I'm rolling 4 dice. But I have 3 or 4 free hits. Because I have my trait and I have the advantage from Aza, or does that just cancel out the does the advantage from Aza just cancel out the superior officer's issue?
It cancels out superior officer. You still have the complication increase.
And what's the complication increase to?
Equal to your trauma.
Okay, just 1. So it goes up by 1. Oh no, it goes up by 2.
Oh, but the advantage gets okay. Never mind. Ignore but that as well, because that's the whole point of the advantage. You basically don't suffer the trauma for one roll.
Okay.
That's
Okay,
exactly
so complication just stays at 1.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I have effectively 3 free hits, 4 dice. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna use my cautious to re-roll that complication. Okay. That is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits.
And I need to check. Also, the assist from your superior officer hologram. Oh, he rolled it already. Don't worry about it. I totally saw that the first time. Just testing you.
Cool. Fun.
That's the purpose of the hologram, to test you.
That's what I wanted to know. Full mit.
I thought you were talking about Ryloth. I keep forgetting that.
I'm sorry, that's funny.
Plus the ships. Da da da.
I mean, Vin and Nerta have worked together almost every episode, and Nerta's been around.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits.
Against my 9, I beat them by 2. So 2 momentum generated.
And I believe you were knocking them all out, basically.
Yep.
Out they go. And the whole thing, you can even hear them all just kind of, and some of them start walking away.
Oh, it's like just reverberate throughout the whole freaking cube.
You know, as everything that was
God.
active starts heading back to the alcoves.
Are you able to get the security team back?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Like, obviously, they're probably not in great
oh,
shape. They might not
I
be an
know.
advantage anymore, but
I was gonna say, I will spend if you will allow it. I will spend my. I'll spend one of my medals that gives me the 2 bonus momentum. The Starfleet Medal of Honor with Cluster
Mm-hmm.
to generate 2 bonus momentum and spend that to create the advantage.
What advantage is that?
That we managed to get the hoplites back. I mean, they
For
might not
security,
be in
you
great
mean.
shape, but they're like
You can get the body. You can get the bodies back.
Ooh, good.
I rolled a lot of damage on an assimilate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least,
Okay.
yeah. You know what? It's worth it. Like they're dead, but
Well,
Maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
I'll spend the 2.
And Nerta will start working on the shutting off the self-destruct.
I'll let you do that. No roll. I'm gonna hand wave that because the biggest thing
Okay.
because you'd be able to, even if you failed, you'd be able to try again. So because of the thing that
Fair
would
enough.
give you time pressure is no longer really a thing.
And then I'll tap my badge. Self-destructs deactivated, Commander. Also, all the Borg should be asleep. All the ones in our area are in any event.
You do hear that, Thralic. It seems like the interference was part of the security alert.
Also, Commander, we've lost the security team. We were almost overwhelmed by Borg. They kept them off Vin and mine's back long enough for us to deactivate the rest.
Understood, Commander. We've found Lieutenant Cham as well. We're preparing for detachment from the assimilation devices.
We'll see if we can find
Understood.
an override from here, perhaps.
Mm,
Where
not
the
a
central
good
can
idea.
go for
controls,
it.
there might be something, as well as we need to see what data we can pull.
And with that, we'll end the scene. As you progress and try to gather as much as you can from the cube, because really, the Borg really have no way to stop you right now. Although you do get the feeling you don't want to stay there too long, because eventually the Borg are going to clue in that their cube is on shutdown mode, and they're just going to send something out to blow it up. So you probably don't want to be here for too long.
Right.
But we kind of fast forward a bit. Just checking something before I move you there. Yep. Oh. That clock's not right there anymore. Pend, would you be waiting in your ready room for a report on the mission, or would you be waiting in like the briefing room?
Ready room.
Because you kind of know that it's the mission. You get communication back eventually that the away team has largely succeeded at its mission. But the in-person briefing debrief hasn't happened yet. But you kind of have to wait for everyone to go through the decomp to make sure no one happened to get assimilated or have any nanites or any other or biohazards. Like there's all kinds of things to check. So it takes a little time to clear everybody.
Yeah, just got to make
Check to
sure.
see how many. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, just got to make sure paperwork's all in order as well.
Oh, and the crystal, when you had a moment with it, does want to speak with you after this. It just needed time to think. Like you mentioned, it's like I need time to think.
Yeah, that's fine.
We need time to think. But you get a message after this long time that it's like it can talk to you after you're done with what you're doing.
That's fine.
And I was checking to see something before the commander came up because I assume the commander's the one who's going to report.
Yep, that'll be me.
We're not going to delegate that, make that someone else's problem.
Nope, heavy hangs ahead.
Isn't that a French saying?
I didn't know I had a guillotine in my ready room.
You could.
I mean, I could.
You have enough swords. You could make one.
Yeah. Render unto Caesar what Caesar deserves.
That's real good.
I'm looking in the wrong book, aren't I? For what I want. Oh no, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. As a sort of, I'll mention it once you get to there. But yes, Commander Thralic comes up the turbo lift, and I presume Celia comes up as well. Or does she want to have some time to herself after her little harrowing adventure over there on the cube?
This is to talk to Pint.
This is the debrief, yeah. Like everyone was asked to write up the reports while you're in decomp, but it's like, well, there's the actual like official in-person debrief that happens from the mission command to the CO.
No, I'll go.
So they had Thralic riding up a turbo lift. It's not a euphemism. It's literally what's happening.
But now that you've pointed that out,
If you say so.
I was very impressed by your command of the hoplites, Commander.
Thank you, Counselor.
I'd hope to see them in all of their abilities, but their tactical abilities definitely shine out.
When we were deployed onto such a tactically dangerous assignment, that tends to be the focus of my team organization.
Well, I hope to see if they're equally good at Starfleet's other missions.
Of course. So,
Because there is always interest in whether or not some elements of Starfleet are too militant and whether they should be adjusted or separated. So it's good to see them in action to get answers to those questions.
and what answers did you find?
They certainly can be a military unit. Whether they can be a force for exploration or construction or medical aid remains to be seen.
Of course. If you'd like, I can write you up an after-action report about the different skills that were leveraged during this particular action.
You may if you wish. I'll include it in my report.
Very well.
His list of it.
Ding dong.
Sorry, no one's home. Please come again later.
Commander, can you blow the door open?
I'm not supposed to, Counselor.
Yeah, just come in.
Captain?
Commander, I assume you're here for the debriefing?
Yes, sir.
Counselor, are you here for the debriefing?
It would seem so.
Okay, sure.
Well, sir, we accomplished our primary mission objectives in the extraction of Counselor Matthew Lieutenant Cham. The tactical cube is still in a dormant state, so the possibility of retrieving information or initiating our own destruction of the vessel is still in the frame of possibility. I suggest proceeding as soon as possible on that front.
There's one other possibility that we should consider. There are over 54,000 citizens of the Federation, likely citizens of the Federation, on that cube. As Starfleet, you have a duty to them. Some of them might even be your brothers and sisters in uniform. Some of them definitely are, as several Achilles members were lost recently.
We were able to retrieve the members of the security team who fell in battle. I regret to report that we have 2 fatalities, 2 casualties that are on the path to recovery, and 1 member of the security detachment remains unharmed.
Understood. I'll reach out to their families.
Sir? And I'll hand over a pad that has the names of the deceased crewmen.
Thank you, Commander. As for trying to rescue 50-odd thousand people, I'll send off a request to the Admiralty. I don't know what you're expecting I'm gonna get from this.
That's where I can help. If you have the will to save them, then I will make sure your voice and intentions go as high as they can.
I mean, if
Counselor, I fear it's not our intentions or voice that would be the issue, it's logistics. Where are we putting that many
These-
people who need to undergo intensive medical treatment? We don't have a fleet of hospital ships out here.
Starfleet can find a way to get them here. If Starfleet's made to do it. This is not a situation where the Federation Security Council would be asking Starfleet to go out of its way to investigate a small wormhole of no consequence or to go shake some hands with an alien species we've shooken hands with 1,000 times in the last few years. This is several colonies worth of our people.
If you believe you can secure those resources, Counselor, then I'm all for trying to rescue as many of the Borg aboard that ship as we can.
Insight Command difficulty 1. Any of you can lead it, and the other 2 can assist. This is just relaying information that your characters likely know.
Hampton, you want to do that, or should I?
I can do it.
All right, I'll assist then, and you'll get bonuses for that.
Yeah, take a threat.
Sure.
You can reroll one off of advisor.
Sure. I've also got bold.
All right. Observation, strategy and tactics, military history. For focus, Jim.
Strategy and tactics.
All right.
What diff did I call it again?
1.
1.
2, 3, 4. So you know that the Shackleton Fleet Operations has 2 arms. They have the Starfleet arm, which has the smaller groups like the Achilles group, the KT Bowman group, the Avalon group, the Gunyer group. From what the 3 of you would know, you know that the Starfleet arm wouldn't really be able to do this without sacrificing other operational things. However, there are 2 other avenues. One is the 5th and 7th fleets elsewhere in the Beta Quadrant. They're not dealing with the Shackleton, they're dealing with other things in the same quadrant as you are, and they can just make the new mission come out here to help with this. Like make it a admiral level mission to send a fleet of ships out here to evacuate them. The alternative is to get House of Gitta to send out ships to evacuate everybody.
I'm sure they'll like that.
The only downside that I'll highlight to these to 2 Starfleet officers and a junior, but you've sat on the Security Council, counselor. There is a risk that a Borg fleet, destruction fleet, will come back to destroy that cube because they won't want to leave it there. So either the fleet would either have to take as many as they can and leave, or sit there and fight on until everyone's out, or they'd have to move the cube somewhere and hide it while they did their operation.
Question: what's the closest M-class planet?
Oh hell, hold on.
But that's also not up to us, right? Because we might try to fight to get the resources, but the admiral of the 5th fleet is going to be the one that decides how this is done.
But you know that your recommendation will hold weight.
Oh, okay.
Because they'll say, well, what do you think we should do? You're the ones that were there. How viable are any of these strategies? And the 3 of you, without even have to say no, like, oh, that's, the admiral's going to ask you that. And the council would be the same way. They'd be like, well, what do you think we should do? You've been there. I mean, if the Security Council had its way, they'd talk to captains, not admirals, but that's just not feasible. Not with the kind of security clearance that is required to have those kind of conversations. Or level of security, I should say. The darker alternative is the destruction of everything and all aboard, but I figured that wasn't that wasn't an option you were even considering.
I mean, that was one of the first options Tarlik mentioned, though.
Yeah.
We have a tactical cube that could come back online. If we can't get people off of it, I will destroy it. Or I will recommend destroying it, at least.
The question hangs in the air between the three of you.
Oh no,
We were waiting on information from you
Yeah.
on the M-class
Yeah.
planet.
Oh, well. Sounds like a you problem now.
so the question hangs above you.
That's charted. 1 second. I have to go to a different map.
I mean, if you want to tell us the Uncharted ones, that work too.
That requires me opening a tome, and also you guys haven't seen it, so there. It has this ancient artifact on it. It's mostly a vacuum, though.
Sounds like
That
a way to
doesn't
make
sound
a
very
couple million
M-class.
bucks to me.
Oh, it has domes. Don't worry, they're not authoritarian at all. All right, you guys. If you guys went this way, nope. You guys are like up here somewhere. 1 second. I have to make sure this is actually an M-class planet. Is this the ship someone else
Sending
found?
out a scientific survey probe to accurately analyze the soil before you declare it's M-class or not.
Hmm. There are no known charted M-class planets in this sector. There is another planet, but a planet Cushman, but it is it's still being its viability is being evaluated by Starfleet Command. So the file doesn't read up as Class M; it's coming up as evaluating, which is odd. It means that something has required extra attention by Starfleet Command for one reason or another. Either it's actually a Y-class planet, or they're considering protectionary, or something. Who knows?
Okay. Well, I'm not aware of any nearby M-class worlds that we could use as a staging ground while we evacuate the cube. And towing too far would be intense security risk.
And perhaps the deep space option.
That
People
requires
of-
getting a lot of ships here quickly.
The people of the Federation rarely ask Starfleet to succeed perfectly every time, but we do ask that you try every time. We'll ask for what ships we can, what ships can show up will show up, and they'll do what they can. We might not get all 54,000, but if we get 1,000, there'll at least have been some success.
Captain, I suggest we stand prepared with quantum torpedoes in case the cube begins to come back online.
Agreed. Also, have a team try to get as much data as possible with security. If possible, see if they can find a way to send a signal to the rest of the Borg of self-destruct complete.
Yes, sir.
For now, I'm going to reach out to the Admiralty. Oh, this is going to cost me so much. We're going to try and save as many as we can. An opportunity like this is likely to never present itself again. So I'm going to use as many favours as I can to get as many ships here from as many people as I can. This is going to be a hell of an operation. So don't expect any rest for this foreseeable future.
Understood, sir.
Any way that I can help, Captain, let me know.
Reach out to your people. If you can get any of the fleets or any civilian organisations, however much I don't wish to involve civilians in this, that are in the nearby vicinity, that can render aid, please do.
And again, if we can get one or more hospital ships on site, that would speed our efforts incredibly.
There's always a few merchant captains looking to make a name for themselves and help out the greater good.
Well, like I said, this one's going to cost me a lot of favours, so don't expect to see me for a while. I'm going to be dealing with a lot of conversations.
I suspect House of Gita won't be too hard to convince.
No,
The promise of battle and potential death should carry the argument.
Well, that and possible a Borg destruction fleet. They'll probably want something, but let's try not to give them Borg tech.
That would not be ideal.
Agreed. So,
But you want me to evacuate the entire Borg tactical cube, but you're unwilling to let me harvest any of the
correct.
technology.
As you can already hear what that guy would say, you know what he's like.
So,
You thought the admirals of Starfleet were bad.
Commander, until I return to the bridge, probably in a few days' time, you essentially have the ship.
Understood, sir.
Do what you need to. I'll back whatever you need to do.
Stand to attention. Am I dismissed, Captain?
You're dismissed. Just make sure people send me lots of coffee or adrenaline.
Yes, sir. I'll have an aid on it.
Thank you. Dismissed.
Good luck, Captain.
Yeah.
I half expected to be like, you get back here. We're working together on this one.
Oh, no. I'm going to help him, but he does not want me in on his call with Starfleet Command at the moment.
No,
Yeah.
Penn's not sleeping for the next couple of days with the amount of conversations he needs to have.
Yeah, I was also looking over my favors to see which ones I might be able to burn for this.
Who's your first call?
First one's Trailblazer.
Oh, hold on. That was not where I thought you were going to zag. One second.
He can help save a whole, 3 people on his ship.
Yeah. Victoria here, go ahead.
Admiral, would you like me to keep this casual or formal? Because either way, it's not going to be fun.
I don't stand on ceremony unless it's an immediate subordinate, so don't worry about it too much.
Well, Raven, I'm going to need every possible resource you can spare and every favour you can call in, because I have given myself the unenviable task of reaching out to everyone possibly to recover as many of the 50,000+ souls from that damn cube.
There's more than that. What, upwards of 100,000 life forms aboard?
I know, there's only so much I can do and so many people I can reach out to. I need help.
Captain, you're talking about taking on tens of thousands of unliberated Borg into custody.
This may be the only chance in history. I don't know about the future. Wink, wink. As he says, wink, wink. that we
His
will.
eyes stop sparkling a little bit.
Yeah. This may be the only time in history where we can ever think of doing something like this. We have to try. I'm sorry, but we have to try something.
The problem is, Captain, have you completed your mission?
The commander and the lieutenant have been recovered. I'm sending a team over to cover any extra data from the cube. Now is just recovery and containment until either we can convince the Borg it's blown up, or until they come and try it themselves. Of which we're fighting Borg till we rescue people.
Captain, I'm not your superior, but I'll give you a bit of advice. You're currently in possession and the charge with the safety of a rather important political figure of the Third Committee, who, as I understand, you have orders to bring her back to safety. If she's perfectly fine and she's helping you, great.
Oh, she is.
Have we confirmed that?
Oh yeah,
Anyway,
she said. Oh, Myth.
Yeah, Myth is the third committee one. That.
Yeah.
Well,
He's talking about Myth. That's who he's
as soon as the counselor is able to confirm herself, as they were essentially fighting the Borg in their own way, then I will happily take her where she needs to go. But until I get confirmation from them...
You could have the Victoria take her.
Oh yeah, would you care to deposit her where she needs to go?
He sits back in his chair. That would constitute me aiding and assisting the ongoing mission. That gets you, even if I don't engage the main drive. Hold on, let me do some math. Trying to see how much time I can get you and not violate our orders. You see him typing and actually doing the plotting of the course in front of him. If we're here, we need to get here, so I need to go this fast. Tempo drive not required, because this isn't a tempo violation, so normal cruising. Well, let's not push our luck, so I can get you 8 days. Once I've arrived at Narendra Station, I imagine you're going to get new orders.
Yeah.
And once that happens, they're going to make you move.
Well, they'll be ordering me to move at the very least.
He nods.
Well, I've got so many people to reach out for help. So take them. If you know any people that are willing to make a quick credit or piece of latinum, or wish to have favours with a Starfleet captain, reach out.
The kind of favors that wouldn't complicate the Achilles situation. I can get some people of the Shackleton to take them. The problem would be getting them back to you. I don't think I could sell them on carrying unliberated Borg. Now, without even then, they would end up taking them to their planets. If I use Starfleet and Federation resources, that would require. There's someone I can ask. Well, there's 2 ways I can do it. There's people I can ask who I can make sure when you get your orders, I make sure very particular people handle this that will uphold 10th Fleet Expeditionary Fleet values, shall we say. Alternatively, I can take command of this from you, and you head back to Narendra, and then I'll deal with it.
Oh, this is my shitstorm. I'll handle it. I know in our previous reality, we had started the process between our peoples of essentially friendship's a strong word, but you get the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Would they be willing to reach out again?
I'm speaking to you.
You know what I mean.
There are a variety of things where I would know what you mean. We've had this. We're having this conversation in
The
various tones of politeness.
Alcarans and the Aldemona.
Mm-hmm.
This would essentially ingratiate the Federation, show that not all synthetics are the Borg, and it helps us re-establish communications in this reality to make sure no one can mess or lessen the likely of Iconian tech floating around.
Well, I'm not permitted to give the particulars of my homeworld's politics due to our treaty, but as a scientific and cultural, yeah, I'll say that. I'll just explain it later. As a scientific and cultural advisor, I would inform you that any civilization that prizes the rights of synthetic beings would have a keen interest in the ongoing cases before the Third Committee, especially the one regarding the curtailment of synthetic rights. And that should some sort of anti-synth bill pass in the council, then such synthetic civilizations would unlikely be willing to continue diplomatic contact beyond the existing treaties.
Well, once the councillor is up and running, I'm already backing her, but I will make sure, however I can, to make sure such a bill doesn't come to fruition.
If you're willing to brave that Byzantine bureaucracy, the stars be with you on that.
At this stage, I'll do whatever I can to get us moving forward.
Well then, I will take the counselor and give you what time I can. The rest I'll leave to you, I suppose. Or do you want me to make sure that whoever you request is from the old fleet?
They can send or use whoever they want. I'll deal with the consequences as they come.
Very well.
Thank you for the help.
He nods. Victoria out.
Okay, I have a favour with a certain midnight captain. Of which I'm going to burn. A Captain Saval.
Oopsie. As you continue your calls and begin your rather arduous 8 days of bureaucracy, that will be the end of the episode.